What is up, everybody? Fantasy Endgame, we are live with you once again. Happy almost Thanksgiving. We are less than 24 hours away from Turkey Day, but more importantly, the start of Week 13 in fantasy football in the NFL and a full day of games. That's right, 3 games for you on Thursday and then another on Friday. Can't complain about that. No, can't complain.
No.
Definitely not. I mean, it's a little weird having the Black Friday game just for the sake of it, but look, I'm not going to be out there like trying to get doorbusters and lining up at Walmart to beat anything and anybody. So I'll sit home and watch football. I'm okay with that. I assume you feel the same way.
Yes, I am not. I've never ever done that, and I'm not going to do that. I think it's kind of weird though that the game was like in the middle of the day. Like I get that it's Friday and people have the day off, but like 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, that just seems like a weird time for the game. Like why not like 10 a.m., like normal start times like on Sunday, or like the 5 p.m. like the Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night times. Weird. But hey, it's football.
They have their reasons, I assume. They're not necessarily good reasons, but they have them. So there it is. But we're going to have some action on Friday. We've got 3 games tomorrow. Look, you got to get your lineup set right now because so many teams in action and a lot of teams with some fantasy studs on them as well. Let's start. Go ahead and do this. I mean, we usually save the injury report and all the updates other than the modest news. By Wednesday, we start to get some practice reports. Like, don't read too much into it, right? Because it's the first day of practice. This week is different. We're going to have 4 games before we even get to Sunday, and these matter. So let's kind of go through the injury updates here and start with tomorrow. I think it's the first game on the slate. Questions about Josh Jacobs? No questions. He's playing. He is in already. So, I mean, the fact that they already declared him in and he was basically a game time decision. And I think it was a legit actual game time decision, not like some of these fake ones where it's like, we'll see. And they already know he's not playing. So Jacobs is in. I mean, you start Jacobs. That's not even a question, right? I'm not going to ask you. Of course you start Jacobs. But what does this mean for Emmanuel Wilson? I've been of the opinion that, like, if you need somebody, you could flex him. But I don't know. Is it just too risky?
Feels too risky to me. Like I just don't think they're gonna have Josh Jacobs out there on a short week if he's not 100%. So I mean, like even when Josh Jacobs is 100%, Emmanuel Wilson gets some touches, but is it enough touches? I don't know.
Yeah, and that's really the thing is like, okay, he's out there. He has been banged up. Like, do they maybe give him every 3rd or 4th series off, like give him more of a breather than they used to in the past. Emmanuel Wilson looked so good last week. He was so effective. Maybe you're like, okay, he's earned some snaps. So he'll get a little bit of work, but you're not feeling that.
No, this is Josh Jacobs. This isn't Chuba Hubbard. This isn't, this is Josh Jacobs. He's their guy.
All right. Well, at least if you have Josh Jacobs, you don't have to sweat it. He is definitely in. Also, for tomorrow, this is the last game of the Thursday slate. It's the Ravens and the Bengals. Joe Burrow is officially in. I will continue to say what I've been saying. Said this all last night when people asked. Unless I have like Josh Allen. Yeah, unless I have Josh Allen, I'm starting Joe Burrow, right?
Wow.
Honestly, Joe Burrow against the Ravens, he absolutely decimated them last year. It's his first game back on Thanksgiving. I mean, come on. He's going to throw the ball like 60 times, isn't he?
I don't know. I think there are. I mean, look, I certainly have Joe Burrow ranked very high this week, but I still think there are quarterbacks I feel more comfortable with than Joe Burrow.
All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. But look, actually, this might complicate things. T. Higgins, we know, is out. That's for sure. So you won't have Higgins. That does hurt a little bit. But yeah, T, we didn't figure he would clear concussion protocol. I know a lot of people will be asking us questions about guys like Andrei Yosevich. Mike Gesicki becomes a viable streamer at tight end potentially. So
yep,
those are decent options. I'm still going to be pretty high on Burrow. In that same game, also Lamar Jackson, no limitations there. He is good to go. He's in. Will he be good in that game, fantasy-wise? That's a different story. I mean, come on. the Bengals. Like he has to, doesn't he? This week, he has to come through, right?
You would sure hope so. I mean, it's the Bengals. You definitely hope so. I mean, like I have Lamar Jackson over Joe Burrow still. I just do. Like I got to take a chance. I got to take a chance on the other side there against the Bengals.
I think you have to. Again, they're probably a couple of quarterbacks I might put over Lamar, but again, he still does get you a floor, right? It's not like he does nothing. I mean, we're not talking about JJ McCarthy here, so come on, it's Lamar Jackson. He'll get you something. By the way, in that Detroit game, also Brock Wright, is that right? He's out too, so they're down to their third string tight end.
Yeah, I don't even know their third string tight end is. So much for Brock Wright replacing Sam Laporta. That didn't last long.
It's not like he's vacating a whole bunch of targets here. Does this mean more love for the Sun God, or is there somebody else? Like, does JMO have to get involved this week? Are we gonna see Isaac Tesla step up?
I don't think this means anything. I just put it on the sheet because it's like some people I know were thinking like Brock Wright with Laporta out. You know, they're at home, and I just want to make sure people know, like, hey, you can't. I don't think the 3 or 4 targets Brock Wright gets elevates anybody.
All right. No hope for JMO. So not Thursday games. Well, actually, I guess this matters too, although it doesn't matter. Jaden Reed, some people were speculating he would be returning soon. He's not returning this week, right? The Packers game tomorrow, no Jaden Reed. All right, and then these games, I believe, are for the main slates here. So we did get word that Drake London also not completely 100% out, but doubtful, which pretty much means in football terms he's out. So Drake London not coming back this week.
Yep.
Darnell Mooney.
Oh, man. So risky here.
Like he wasn't a complete dud last week like the time before, but it was basically a last-minute touchdown that kind of bailed him out, right?
Exactly. I mean, 3 catches. Yeah, I mean, he had an okay game because of that touchdown, but I mean, man, if not for that, you would have been like, why did I do this?
Right. Yeah. It's the Jets. You're like, oh, okay, Jets, good matchup, but he still has Kirk Cousins as his quarterback, and it's still not a good offense. So we'll see. All right. And then also, one of those a question, George Pickens, he is in. There's no limitations there. DeVonta Smith is questionable. So that's one to keep an eye on. Where did this come from? Is this a practice thing? I don't recall him getting hurt.
Yeah, I don't either, but he has not practiced this week. Now, remember they play, well, I guess today, I say he hasn't practiced this week. Today was their first practice because they play on Sunday. But yeah, he did not practice today. So, and I guess they said in the estimated report yesterday, he went to, he would have been at DNP too. So just something to keep an eye on.
All right. Yeah. He was not an injury report coming out of last week. So yeah, keep an eye there for DeVonta Smith. And then the big question here for Tampa Bay is a team that's been ravaged by injuries on offense. So Baker Mayfield maybe won't be active. I mean, again, it's not the end of the week, but Teddy Bridgewater is getting first team reps. Not a good sign. Of course, Baker could play. He doesn't need the practice. They could just be resting him, but this would make me pretty nervous if I had Baker Mayfield and Bucs receivers.
Yeah, I'm already pretty nervous if I have Baker Mayfield or Bucs receivers because Baker Mayfield, I mean, this seems like the kind of, like, I'm no doctor, but this seems like the kind of injury, like what happens if he lands on that shoulder again during the game? Like, does he leave the game again? And you get nothing from Baker Mayfield. And you can't feel good about any of the Bucs receivers if it's Teddy B. Like, we love Teddy B, right? We were always rooting for Teddy B. But let's be real. This guy retired. Retired? It's like coaching high school or something. And then he was like, yeah, like, come on.
Not doing it. If it's Teddy B, Emeka Egbuka becomes a pretty tough start. Can't see completely unstartable. Man, I'm definitely looking elsewhere. Although on the other side here, possibly getting Bucky Irving back. Looks like he was at practice, but with limited snaps.
Well, what they're saying is he could return this week or he's probably going to return this week. But yeah, he's gonna have a similar role to Chris Godwin last week, which was like 20 to 25% of the snaps, or like when Chris Godwin returned, I guess I should say, which was last week, right? I mean, I can't keep track. So you can't feel too good about Bucky Irving here, even if he plays. Let's see, what did they say here? They said Bucs OC Josh Grizzard said Bucky Irving would have a similar workload to Chris Godwin's in his return. For context, Godwin played 35% of the snaps. So, yeah, even if he plays, you can't feel great about Bucky right now.
Yeah, and other thing too is talking about Teddy Bridgewater quarterback. How could you going to feel about that offense in general, that running game either? So yeah, good news, bad news. I guess you might have Bucky back, but the bad news is you're not sure if you want to play him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens here. Now, of course, some of those games are going down tomorrow. You're just going to have to decide now, which is why we're answering your questions now. And same thing with Friday. But then for the rest of the games, we'll be here on Saturday, Sunday to help you with all the latest injury updates and everything else that's going on. Full slate, right? No teams on bye. So despite the heavy Thursday schedule, we're still going to have just as much action on Sunday. So we're going to get to your questions in a second. But first, remember, before you get your lineup set, also get your picks in before tomorrow. It is feast week. But before we talk about that, you remember, you always get a gimme pick here if you're a new customer and Underdog. Sign up right now. Get this Lamar Jackson. It's getting 1 yard. That's your gimme. You take that free pick, combine it with any other pick, good chance to win right off the bat. And if you sign up as a new customer and Underdog for the very first time using code Endgame, besides the free pick, you can get up to $1,000 of bonus cash for your first deposit. And as I mentioned, once you take that free pick, make any picks, you just spend $5, you get an extra 100 in bonus funds. So try that out now. And did I mention Feast Week? That's right. It is Feast Week, which means you're getting goodies every single day. And so we already had, for example, the Steph Curry gimme pick in addition to your new customer pick. This is for everybody. Profit boosts, and again, not just for the NFL games, got NBA profit boosts and supercharged entries all tomorrow. So tomorrow, with all the football action going on, Underdog is going to be very active, trying to give away money and also make sure you have a good chance to win with your profit boosts and all that. So keep checking. If you get your notifications, they'll let you know. And if not, just go to your lobby and see what they've got for you. But again, you have to be a customer to take advantage of all this. And if you haven't tried it yet, sign up for Underdog, but use code Endgame when you check out to make sure you lock in that free pick plus all the goodies. And this is also a good chance for you to try our app. It's called DraftLane. And we also have a promo code, and you won't believe it. It's Endgame. If you use code Endgame, you get 10 free points, and you can use that towards some questions. We get requests all day, every day. And we do need to catch up to these. We'll do those later. Now, let's do one right now. Right. So let's see what we got here. Start to sit questions. Let's do this one. Half PPR needs help. Who to start or sit in RB2, wide receiver 2 in the flex spots. This is a user on Yahoo, so we can check out their roster. Okay, looks like we got Keenan at the wide receiver 2. We got Jaden Higgins at the flex. Hampton, Jennings, Downs. Nobody good here.
I mean, I feel like if Hampton plays, I got to flex him over Jaden Higgins, right?
Yeah, I think so. My question here is Higgins or Keenan? I mean, do we just keep Keenan because it's the Raiders?
Yeah, I mean, Keenan does have a good matchup. And look, I know Higgins is coming on, but I feel like Higgins is still very risky.
No, I definitely agree. Without a touchdown, you're probably not doing too much for you. What about Jennings?
Right. I mean, again, on the road. Do we have weather updates there on the road in Cleveland? Yeah, all right, so here's what we got. Do we have anything for Cleveland? Okay, so here's what we got right now from the weather guy that I follow. He says a decent chance for some rain plus some potent winds. Right now, models are showing sustained winds around 20 miles per hour, gusts pushing around 35. Those numbers may go up or down a hair, but I do think we end up in a spot that makes deeper throws and kicks more difficult. I don't know. On the road in Cleveland in cold, the way Purdy looked, I don't think so. I don't think I can.
All right. So that's it. We'll put Hampton in at the flex over Higgins. Kenneth Walker's RB2. Could always swap out Higgins for Walker, but I don't know about that. It is, it is half PPR. So, all right. All right. Only change is Hampton over Higgins at flex. All right. Here we go. Let's now that's DraftLane. You can use it anytime. It's a free download from the App Store and the Play Store. So check it out. All right. We got a lot of other questions to get to, and let's start with Gabriel. Happy early Thanksgiving. All right. Well, this is an easy one. Jacobs is playing. So no, we're not going to start Wilson over any of those, right?
No, but you want to play Jacobs. Well, but I'm guessing you don't have Jacobs, right? You probably have Wilson and not Jacobs. So, yeah, no, not starting Wilson over any of those.
And then, you got good running backs. Rico, Brees, Hendo, Harvey. Rico at the Rams is tough. That's true. But no. I don't know if you're able to start all four.
Apparently, Dave Canales, apologized to the team and Rico for abandoning the run, for not running the football. So, this week they're going to run it 30 times if they can.
I hope so. Let's see if he's been a man of his word. I'll take Canales at his word. He's not one of these coaches that plays around. All right, well, there you go. No need to worry about this. Kill Attack, LA. Got Mahomes, Stafford, Brees, Jones, Pacheco, Bam, Emmanuel Wilson, CD, Michael Wilson. Okay, one flex.
All right, well, wide receivers is easy. It's CD, Michael Wilson. That's easy. Running back, I'm going to go Brees Hall. Oh, man. So Benson was out there practicing, but the report I saw was that he didn't look right. He kept shaking his knee and flexing his knee. I have a feeling we're not going to see Benson again this week.
Yeah, we're going to see him at all. Who knows?
Well, he has to be back next week, I think. Otherwise, he's never back this year. So, but could I go? Who is it? Knight. Look, if Benson's out, I think I'm going Bam Knight over Aaron Jones. This is not a good matchup for Aaron Jones this week. So I'll say Brees and Bam if Benson's out. Otherwise, Brees, Aaron Jones. I'm going to go Mahomes at QB. Flex is tough here. Mechie, Jaden Reed's not playing. I probably just. Well, what if you're starting Aaron Jones? Do I just play both tight ends?
Hmm.
Who are we flexing? I'm not flexing. Jaden Reed's out. I don't really love Jennings. Mechie is such a dice roll, though.
Oh, he's very much. Look, you've got to feel good about Kelsey this week because the big primetime game. They're going to throw it to him a ton, and those receivers are kind of banged up. You know what? I agree. It's either Gadsden or Mechie.
Well, I have Gadsden over Kelsey, so for me, it's Gadsden.
All right, we're flexing a tight end. There we go. You got it.
But I will say, if Benson is out, I would just flex Aaron Jones. All right. So I would play Brees, Jones, and Bam. So I'm only flexing the tight end if Benson plays, but it doesn't sound good for Benson right
now. Here's Cody. Got his 3 lineups below. All right. Any changes here? Burrow, JT Judkins, Nico Wilson, Gadsden, AJB, QJ. Genty. Well, you got a lot of players who are hurt on their bench. I don't think
Yeah, so just real quick, here's what they said about Benson. They said Marvin Harrison Jr. back at Cardinals practice today for the first time. Probably going to play. Then it said Trey Benson present again, but did not look super comfortable going through individual running back drills during the open portion of practice. I also saw one where one of the beat writers was saying like he kept like reaching for his knee and like flexing his knee. So I don't think we're seeing Benson this week. Anyways, on the bench, no Baker, Bucky, nope. Genty, I did see practice today, so maybe he could still play. Maybe Genty. I'm gonna say, if Genty plays, I'm definitely flexing him over QJ.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. So neither of those teams play before Sunday, so you should be fine waiting.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe Genty over QJ. Here's team 2. Pittman, Judkins, Sutton. I don't think there's any changes here.
No, who we got? Sutton, Bajanti, Adams. Yeah, this one's fine.
And team 3. We got Franklin on the bench, Jacoby. Yeah, but I want to start the running backs.
Yeah. I think this one's fine. I think this one is fine. You might have a lot of points on your bench.
Yeah, you got to flex those running backs. So my only question is, could I go Franklin over Michael Wilson? Probably not. All right, there you go, Cody. You're good. And then we have Daniel Chavez. Help me choose 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. And it says, and a kicker. We have to choose the kicker.
Yeah, don't ask me about a kicker.
2 running backs.
I think even if Hampton or Benson plays, I just go Gibbs and Judkins. You got to start Gibbs, of course. But yeah, I have Judkins. I like Judkins this week. I think I just go Gibbs and Judkins, even if they do play. Wide receivers. Obviously you're playing JSN, no questions asked. I've got BTJ over Tet if he plays. It's a good matchup for BTJ. Now, if BTJ's out, do I have Igbuka over those guys? I still have Igbuka over Tet. I'm not feeling good about Tet this week. That Carolina passing game last week looked like the Carolina passing game again.
Yeah.
So I'm going to rank him JSN, BTJ, Igbuka. We need a flex here. I'll probably, if Hampton or Benson plays, I'll flex them. Otherwise, I probably do. Again, if BTJ plays, I'll flex. This is tough because you got so many what ifs here. if Hampton and Benson don't play, but BTJ plays, I'll flex Igbuka. If Hampton and Benson don't play, but BTJ doesn't play, I'll flex Tet. Hopefully that all made sense. But you have a lot of ifs here, so it's tough. It's tough right now.
Don't forget the kicker.
I don't even know. I'll just go Dicker the kicker because his name is Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the kicker.
That's my analysis. So don't take that as anything.
All right, Daniel. There you go. And Juicy wants to know, is it crazy where we're sitting Justin Jefferson for RJ Harvey?
Now, I have RJ Harvey ranked ahead of Justin Jefferson this week. You're not crazy.
Yeah, we can't help you out because we cannot tell you you're crazy because that's exactly what we would do. So there we are. Michael Bryan, good day. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Absolutely. At this point in the season, would you consider trading? Here we go. Josh Allen, Rico, and Kenneth Walker for Stafford, Etienne, and Warren.
I assume that's Jalen Warren.
I like this. I hate to say, what's the point? But you're just swapping quarterbacks and running backs, right? 2 running backs for 2 running backs. Who do you prefer better?
Well, the thing that's making me lean towards the Stafford Etienne side is that Etienne is so much better than any of the other running backs in this deal.
He's the best player. Yeah. I mean, Rico is pretty good. He's not quite Achan, but yeah, it's like, do you like Warren or Walker? That's kind of the same, right? Warren Walker.
Right. But is it worth
Stafford,
the Josh Allen downgrade for Stafford? But look, Stafford's been great.
right.
I might do this. I might take the Stafford Achan side to get that stud running back. Because, like, yeah, Rico's been good, but he's not like Achan good.
No, definitely not quite Achan. Yeah, I mean, the only thing is, some people have brought up Buffalo's schedule for the playoffs, the fantasy playoffs. Week 15, they get Patriots on the road. Week 16, the Browns on the road, and they get the Eagles. Like, that's pretty brutal as far as schedule.
But do we even care?
I mean, to some extent, he might not have his best games. I mean, the Texans were able to shut him down.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. As long as he's not playing the Texans, I'm fine. This is a guy who can run for 2 touchdowns. The Rams do have a nice schedule, though. They get the Cardinals, the Lions, but that's in LA. They do have to play the Seahawks week 16 in Seattle. That certainly is probably a tough game for Stafford. But then they get the Falcons in week 17 in Atlanta, so in the Dome. I don't know. I think I just take the other side, honestly, because I don't feel like Stafford. I mean, yes, Stafford is a downgrade from Josh Allen. I'm not saying Stafford's as good as Josh Allen, but he's been so good. He's been like a top 8-5 QB like every single week, pretty much. And you get Achan. I think I just do it just to get those guys.
Yeah, and I guess what I'm saying is just kind of reinforces your point. Take the Stafford Achan side because Josh Allen may not have his best games down the stretch. So it's not that big a drop off, if any, from Allen to Stafford. So yeah, Michael, if you're getting the Stafford Achan side, do it. Mark Wassman, howdy. Who should I flex? Darnell Mooney, Andre Yosevich, or Marvin Harrison Jr. if you already have Michael Wilson?
Yeah, I can't put Mooney or Yosevich over Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, it's definitely Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't think Wilson being on your squad is going to, make Mooney so much more appealing. And then one more for my wide receiver too, Michael Wilson. Wait, what? How? Okay, now I'm confused because you said you already have Michael Wilson.
Oh, this is a question I'm not looking forward to this week. Michael Wilson or Marvin Harrison?
Yeah. Well, look, I'm not sure now what you're asking because you said you already had Wilson as your wide receiver too. You're asking who should I flex? Oh, I see. Your flex question was Harrison. You're flexing Harrison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Act daddies.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for JSN. Absolutely. In standard, Swift or Lad?
Standard. I think I still got to go Swift. I can't say I love either of these guys, especially in standard. Like, you can't feel great about Lad.
Yeah, I mean, definitely prefer Lad in PPR for sure.
Yeah.
But in standard, I don't know, because Swift gets the Eagles. He's losing touches. I wonder if I'm down enough on Swift even in standard. I think I might just go Lad.
I mean, it's fine. They might both just kind of be mediocre in standard, honestly.
It's true. All right. This is Humble to Die.
Okay, I feel like I should remember who this is. I remember that icon, but I can't think of what their name is. Sorry.
Is this Hams? No. Anyways. Happy Turkey Day. Doomsday or Franklin?
Franklin.
Like Franklin for sure. All right. What about Moises is in the house? Hampton or Flowers? PPR.
Well, assuming he plays, I have Hampton ahead of Flowers.
Yeah, Flowers again. He's just been so mediocre. He's a floor guy. He's a floor guy. I know it's the Bengals. I don't feel like it changes. So I guess trust Hampton here. All right. We got Jen Gillespie. Happy Thanksgiving. Trust me, we appreciate you. Appreciate everybody on here. Start CMC need. Okay. Barkley, who I did notice today, they said that he's got some sort of like nagging growing issue, and they're talking about like the local media. They're saying, "Hey, Tank Bigsby needs more touches." Like, because Philly, right?
Here we
Barkley, Kyron,
go.
Gainwell.
I've got Kyron 1. Pretty sure I do. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I have Gainwell ahead of Barkley this week.
Ahead of Kyron?
No. I didn't see CMC. I thought. Okay, so
yeah,
CMC
I think
and Kyron.
she just needs one.
Yeah, CMC and Kyron.
All right, so Kyron and then starting Devontae Adams, so needs one between Watson, DeVonta Smith if he plays Waddle Flowers.
I'm just gonna go Waddle.
And then now we need a flex.
Probably, not probably. DeVonta Smith if he plays, otherwise Gainwell.
There you go. All right, good luck. And then it's Bob. Nice and early here. Happy Thanksgiving. Again, we are thankful for you. I'm nervous about Rico Dowdle's matchup. All right, so you just talked up, you just said how Dave Canales talked up Rico and his involvement. It is still a tough matchup, though. So is it reasonable to pivot to K9?
Yeah, I still have Rico ahead of K9. I don't have a massive gap between them this week. And it is nice that K9 has been like kind of the guy lately, but I mean, still, how good can we feel about K9?
Right. It's not unreasonable to pivot from Rico, but I don't think Walker's a better option. I was big on Walker. And look, it's aggravating because it's like what happened. Like it is kind of what I expected, and then it didn't turn out the way I expected, right? Because he did get more touches. He did even get a goal line touch. He still didn't score a touchdown or have a big game. So I would just stick with Rico. All right, Jordan Dumas in a must-win. Okay, well, is it Justin Jefferson or Christian Watson?
I can't be this low on Justin Jefferson. I'm still going to go Justin Jefferson.
I don't think it's even that low because, Watson has been getting a healthy target share, and it's not the worst matchup, but yeah, I probably am being unrealistically optimistic on Justin Jefferson anyways, like saying you could start him, so I guess I'll start Jefferson. Pick 2, Neil, Aaron Jones, Rico.
Aaron Jones and Rico.
Yeah, I'm not going crazy for Neil. Bobby Brook, what's up? Needs a win. Quarterback, 2 running backs, and a flex. So Burrow, Love, or Brissett?
Gonna go Burrow here.
Burrow. Jacobs, Javonte, Dowdle, Hampton, Benson.
Ooh.
2 running backs. I assume we need 2 receivers also. He didn't say, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna go Jacobs, Javonte, barely over Dowdle.
And then Rice and is it Justin Jefferson or is it Sutton?
I'll just go Sutton this week. Against the Commanders, I'll go Rice and Sutton.
Yep. So now here's the question. Who to flex? Is it JJ or is it Rico?
Rico.
All right, Bobby, there you go. You need to win. You're not starting Justin Jefferson, but I think you'll be okay. At least you got Jacobs back. It is time for the Cosmic Mermaid and Starman. Welcome back. Just dropping in to say happy Thanksgiving. All right, thank you. Appreciate that. It says like and subscribe to the best credible information for fantasy football fans. You know what? I take that as a great compliment because there's a lot of stuff out there that you should not believe. Bert Bigsby is in the house. Picked up Neil to keep him away from the Kamara holder. Nothing wrong with that. And Tank, that was a smart one. Is Tootin worth a hold or no?
Yeah, I think Tootin's worth a hold.
Yeah, look, if Etienne goes down, Tootin's going to have a ton of value. So, yeah, he's not quite as valuable as like a Tank Bigsby, but I think he's close. You got to have Tank, the last name. All right, here we go. You ready for Robert? Robert Perky's lightning round.
All right, let's do it.
Robert, are you ready for your lightning round? This came out a long time ago, but you'll watch back anyways. So here we go. This is all full PPR. RJ or Bucky?
RJ.
Hunt or Michael Wilson?
Ooh, I've got Michael Wilson a little bit higher. Hunt's certainly safe. I can't believe I'm saying this. Hunt's a bit safer.
Yeah, I think in PPR, I'd go Michael Wilson there too. What about Hunt or Rome?
There, I'll go Hunt.
What about Rome or Gainwell?
Gainwell.
Dart or Purdy?
I'm just going to go Dart. I'm not going to play Purdy on the road in Cleveland.
Rico or Igbuka?
Rico.
Brees or Tet?
Brees.
RJ or Brees?
Ooh, I like Brees.
And I like RJ, but I know Brees is definitely the more logical choice there. Sutton or Michael Wilson?
Sutton.
And there you go, Robert. Good luck in your many, many leagues. Don't know if you can possibly do better than last week, but let's try. All right, what's up, Phil? Phil the Vibe now. League 1. This is a 10-teamer. Wow, we got Demario Douglas there at the flex. On the bench, benching Lamar. I don't blame you there. I don't know. I'm not sure about Pop Douglas. I'm sure we could flex one of those other guys, right?
Well, I would definitely flex BTJ over Pop Douglas. I mean, I'd probably flex Manungai over Pop. I might even flex Mark Andrews over Pop Douglas this week against the Bengals. But look, I have them neck and neck. Like, I have Lamar one spot ahead of Dak. I'm still starting Lamar, but I totally understand if you want to keep Dak in.
Yeah, and look, Theo Johnson, not the worst, but you want Mark Andrews in there. Oh, yeah. Let's put Mark Andrews at tight end.
Yes, definitely.
Mark Andrews at tight end and BTJ if he plays at the flex. And Lamar Dak is close. So what about Justin Jefferson? He's still in there. Do we just keep him in there?
Yeah, I'm not going to put you can't put Pierce all over him. That's for sure. BTJ,
no. I like Manungai is okay, but I don't think, again, we don't want to go that low. Money Mitch. Are we sending Buka for Aaron Jones?
Or good question. I technically have Aaron Jones ahead of Igbuka. So if you want to do it, do it. I mean, yeah, if Baker doesn't play, definitely.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Baker's playing. So Money Mitch again. Strange or Schultz? Kincaid, Johnson this week and rest of season.
Well, let's not worry about rest of season when it comes to tight end. I have Jawan the highest. Well, yeah, Jawan the highest.
Yeah, and look, you have all these options, you don't need to know rest of the season. Just play it week by week.
Right.
But I'm not going to trust Kincaid coming off injury again. We've been there, done that. And then he has Lamar. Would you drop Darnold for what? DFS or handcuff?
I assume defense or handcuff. Yeah, you can. If you got Lamar, you can drop Darnold. You don't need.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, now back to Phil. This is League 2. Got Lamar, got the King, Brees, DeVonta, Jason, Kittle, Tet, and then the bench. Any changes?
I will say I have BTJ over Tet if he plays. I have Kenneth Walker over both of them.
Really? Oh, slightly surprised, but I'm fine with that. All right.
Yeah, and then how can we feel good? How can we feel good about Tet this week?
Oh no, it's not about being low on Tet. It's more about being optimistic on Kenneth Walker.
I mean, he's getting I know it hasn't happened or whatever, but he's getting the touches. He's getting the opportunities. Right. It's hard for me to take or have a running back who's getting that kind of opportunities and sit him for, a wide receiver like Tet, who had 2 catches for 25 yards last week, or BTJ, who's been, might get you 3 catches for 50 yards. Kenneth Walker can get you 8 fantasy points.
True. Very true. All right. And then Karen Cooney got the membership. Thank you, Karen. Always in here. Just appreciate that. And then already member Chico needs a receiver and a flex. Jefferson Odunze, Parker Washington, Woody Worthy.
I actually have him ranked Woody Jefferson. Those are my top two.
Also, Schultz, Strange, or Fannin.
I think I have Fan in the highest this week. Yeah, I have Fan in the highest.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure, but Fannin did get a pretty healthy target share from Shedeur Sanders last week. And Njoku, besides that he'd been banged up, was like a non-factor. So, yeah, maybe Fannin just continues.
And they get the 49ers this week. 49ers have been awful versus tight ends the last month and a half with Fred Warner out. Just awful against tight ends.
Yeah, that's true. All right, there you go. And then Derek Gonzalez just wants to know Dak or Brissett.
Dak.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with Brissett, but Dak for upside. Alex B needs a flex. Worthy, Jalen Warren, or Keenan. And happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Worthy, Keenan, Jalen Warren. I think Keenan is my highest here. Yeah. No, actually, hold on. No, Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren over Keenan. Jalen Warren.
Yeah, no, I'm not starting Worthy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think Warren gets you the floor. And then we got Pedro Navarez, 5-7. Okay, we definitely want to win.
Yes.
Hurts, Gibbs, Brown, JSN. Wow, you have Gibbs and JSN and you're 5-7? That's just not right. Flowers, Gadsden, or Hunter. No, go Gadsden. Judkins, Shakir. Looks like those are the flexes. Broncos or Chargers?
Yeah, let's flex Judkins. I mean, both these defenses are in good spots this week. I might take the Chargers at home against Geno Smith and the Raiders, though.
Yeah, it's close here. I mean, Broncos are, I think, the better actual defense. I don't know. I mean, with Surtain potentially coming back, but Mariota doesn't turn the ball over that much, I guess. All right, we'll go Chargers. That's fine. Yeah, I hope you get that win. Again, you got stud players. Hopefully they come through.
You have a good team.
Now we got Marcus. What's up, Marcus?
What's up?
Speaking of stud players and a good team, anybody else besides us actually saw Marcus's roster, they would just, like, mind would be blown. One receiver and one running back: Igbuka, JJ, JMO, Henry, Travion, and Jacobs.
You have to sit two of these running backs this week. I mean, you can't sit Derrick Henry against the Bengals. You just cannot. You cannot.
No. I think it's
you have to find out. You have to find out Derrick Henry against the Bengals. That is, especially remember his league is points per carry. So right. Derrick Henry enters this game with like an 18-point floor, a 19-point floor. I saw he sent me, I think Jahmyr Gibbs had like 130 points last week in his league. You also get bonuses for big plays, big catches. I still have Jefferson as the highest wide receiver here. It's unfortunate that you can't play like Henry and Jacobs.
Yeah, this is one of those leagues and situations where we're like, I can pretty easily sit Igbuka and Jefferson, and of course Emo. But unfortunately, you have to start either Igbuka or Justin Jefferson. So,
yep.
Yeah, Henry has to be the running back. All right, back to Phil. It is League 3. This one definitely we need to win. Allen, Pittman, Wilson, the King, Rico, Gadsden, Worthy.
Bless you.
Allergic to Xavier Worthy.
I would put Gainwell in over Worthy.
Yeah.
Everything else, I mean, Pittman, I don't love Pittman, but I don't think I could put like Dobbs over Pittman or Pearsall over Pittman. So, but I'll put Gainwell over Worthy for sure.
All right. And then those waiver wire players. I mean, nobody better than who you have, I don't think. I mean, I guess you could drop Dobbs for like a Watson, or I'd have Watson than Dobbs.
Yeah, I could drop Dobbs for Watson. I could probably drop Booty for Keenan. Like, I don't need Booty or even DJ Moore.
Yeah. All right. Now it's Rusty. Is Taysom worth a flex spot? Well, let's see.
I mean, he might be, like, if he's going to get carries and goal line carry. I mean, he's risky. He's certainly risky, but.
Well, you said who your starters are, but you didn't say who your other flex options are.
But I can't imagine. Okay, so he's got Burrow, Christian McCaffrey, Devon Achane, CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, Tyler Warren, and you're telling me your best flex is Taysom Hill? I can't believe that with this team. Like, I don't know. Maybe you did a bunch of 2-for-1s and like Taysom is the only guy on your bench because you just traded everybody to go get studs.
Maybe.
But like, how could you got to have people on your bench better than Taysom if with this team? This team is stacked. I mean, this team you might just want to flex Taysom just for the fun of it.
Yeah, just for the heck of it.
It's be like, what the hell? Who cares?
Why not? Honestly, it's starting to feel like this could be Taysom week. No Alvin Kamara, right? They're trying to get something going on offense.
Yep.
All right. Well, Phil is not done. He's got League 4 here. LJ, Pickens, Wilson, Michael Wilson, King, Gadsden, Pittman. Okay, the bench. Any changes? Tyron Tracy, Woody Marks. Pittman gets that Texans defense, but do you feel better about Gainwell?
I'll flex Gainwell over Pittman.
All right. That's it? Probably that's
it. Everything else looks fine. Although I wonder, do I have Tracy over? I actually have Tracy over Kenneth Walker, so I would put Tracy in over Kenneth Walker. It's close. It's very close, though.
Yeah, it is. It is close, but I'm fine with that. Chris, relate to this. Always tired, 24/7. Happy Thanksgiving to both of you.
Yes.
Change anything. 3 receivers. Current lineup: Jackson, Dowdle, Brown, Pickens, T-Mac, Chase, Javonte. On the bench: Marks, Yoshi, Godwin, Mooney.
Nah, I mean the only guy I'd even consider sitting is T-Mac, but I'm not sitting him for like Yoshi or Godwin or Mooney.
Yep. And Zachary Mudd in Sleeper League needs to make the playoffs, of course.
We all do. We all need to make playoffs, Zachary.
I think maybe he means he needs to win to make the playoffs, which hopefully is not the case. But which two? Pearsall, Alec Pierce, Tez, no thank you. Franklin, or possibly a tight end like Juwan Johnson.
I might go. Well, Troy Franklin definitely is one of them. I don't know. Juwan Johnson, though, is Juwan Johnson like he's fine for a tight end, but I don't know if he's got the upside for a flex. But man, you got to be really worried about Alec Pierce this week. Tough matchup. But at least Pierce can hit the big play. He can score. I think I'm going to go Troy Franklin, Alec Pierce. I just don't like Juwan Johnson. Fine for a tight end, but do I really want to flex? Like, this isn't Kelsey and Gadsden like that other question. This is Juwan Johnson. Like, what's the upside?
Yeah, not too much. Yeah, a lot of guys don't want to start. Troy Franklin is the only one I feel pretty good about here. Can't start Pearsall. Can't start Tez. So Pierce. All right, but this is Iniktai. What's up? Absolutely. Yes. Thank you. By the way, reminder, I haven't said it yet. If you haven't subscribed yet, anybody who happens to be on here who hasn't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that button now. We're trying to get to 100K. We're almost there. Am starting Dalton Schultz at tight end.
Okay.
Let me see if there's a follow-up.
That's fine. I don't mind Schultz this week. Yeah, I don't mind Schultz. He gets the targets. He's getting CJ Stroud back. It's not a terrible. Last week was a terrible matchup against the Bills. This is a much better matchup this week.
All right. So this, yeah, I mean, again, it depends what your other options are at tight end, but he's not the worst. Here's another one. Seems unrelated. Parker or Jacoby?
I have Jacoby over Parker.
It is very close to call. Yeah.
Yes.
So like Jacoby gets you that nice safe floor. Washington has been more volatile, yes, but I feel like he has a little bit more spikiness to his game. But anyways, Stafford or Caleb? Let me just go Stafford, don't you?
Yeah, Stafford.
No reason not to start Stafford. All right, and then we got, let's see. Anthony is in the house. When I mentioned that survived Jahmyr Gibbs, mostly thanks to Purdy playing poorly, forgot to mention it guaranteed him a playoff berth. Very nice. In the money league. No, that's fine. No problem. So this is Bench Gino already. He said, listened about selling high and made some fleeces. Let's see.
Nice.
Best trade, Cook, Waddle, Henry for Jason and Bijan.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, that works. Thanks for the videos. Happy Thanksgiving. Absolutely. You too. Thank you very much. And again, this is our Thanksgiving show because we won't be on here for Thanksgiving because we'll be Thanksgiving-ing and stuff.
Yes.
Watching football too. All right. Naeem Walker, welcome back. Thanks for helping me get to this point, but needs a win this week. Let's get it. Needs an RB, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. So for RB, it's Rico or Harvey.
Harvey.
It's hard not to start Rico, but love me some RJ Harvey. Wide receiver, not as appealing. Mooney, Watson, Higgins, Sutton, Mechie. I think it says 2 receivers.
I guess we're all in on the Broncos this week. Sutton,
does that say 2 receivers? It does, right?
Oh, okay. Sutton and Watson.
Yeah, these guys are all kind of close. I'll go Watson. He's technically the number 1 receiver for his team. Fannin or Juwan Johnson?
Fannin.
All right, good luck, Naeem.
Yes.
Going for you. Daniel Hart. What's up, Daniel? Manungai, Fannin are available. Already has Schultz. Could go Fannin over Schultz.
Yeah, I would go Fannin over Schultz.
Would you drop any one of these bench to acquire either Algier, Tootin, B-Rob, Corum, Jennings, Gainwell?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Like if these aren't your direct handcuffs, because at least Manungai might be coming on, right? Like Blake Corum, Tyler Algier, B-Rob, these guys aren't like B-Rob isn't going to suddenly leapfrog Christian McCaffrey. Like Corum isn't going to leapfrog Kyron. Algier's not going to leapfrog Bijan. So assuming you don't have those guys, yeah, you can drop one of these for Manungai.
Yeah, it's I think the guy, because again, none of them have standalone value really, except maybe sort of Algier sometimes. But I think the one who I would drop is Tootin because the others, I think, just take so much of a bigger leap in value. So, like, he's the least valuable of the handcuffs, if that makes sense. All right, Brandon Ahmed got sent a trade offer. Jacobs. Wow. I love how we're like a week before the playoffs and like there are no small trades here. Let's just swap half our team. Jacobs, Brock, and London for Rice, Ferguson, Henderson. Take it.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough.
So, like, okay, I think you got to prefer Brock Bowers to Jake Ferguson, but
yes,
that's not the difference maker. You got Jacobs in London for Rice and Travion Henderson. He would be getting the Rice side. And that's better at receiver, even if London comes back next week, which he's not coming back this week anyways, but Rice still has to be a little bit over London, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, Rice definitely over London. The thing I'm struggling
Henderson.
with is like I wish I felt better about Henderson. Like he got the touches, but this run game is so bad, and now their best offensive lineman's on IR. They lost their starting guard last week. Man, Henderson has a fantastic schedule. I mean, just an insanely good schedule. Like he gets Giants this week, Bills next week, Ravens the week after, then the Jets. And then if you somehow play in week 18, he gets the Dolphins. Like there is not one tough matchup in his schedule. Like not one. Oh man, this is tough. And like if London was healthy, I think it would easily be the Jacobs side. But knowing that London's probably going to miss again this week, and there's no guarantee he's back next week, we can't just assume that he's back next week. We don't know.
And what is a guarantee who will be back next week starting? It's Kirk Cousins.
Yes, that is definitely a guarantee. Man,
I know it's tough because you're going from Jacobs to Henderson, which again, Henderson is looking good, but it's still a drop off. But I know this is crazy. He's got this offer sitting there. He's got to decide for tomorrow because Jacobs plays tomorrow, so he's got to pull the trigger or he doesn't now.
I think with London hurt, knowing Henderson's schedule, Rice has a great schedule too. Like Rice, I think the Chiefs have a pretty amazing schedule for wide receivers. Chiefs have, obviously not are. They have Cowboys this week, then the Texans. I guess they don't because they get the Chargers, the Titans, and the Broncos. So maybe not. Oh, geez. I really want to do this. I really want to do this deal. I might just gamble. A little bit here with London hurt. But this is a tough one. I would really be hating it if this hit my inbox. I'd be hating it.
That's why he's here. I'm gonna say yes. Let's do this. Let's do it. And then we have it's a step on 6-team Superflex and 2 QB. It's that insane league. Starting Burrow and Dart and Superflex and Caleb. So yes, he is starting 3 quarterbacks. CMC, Henderson, Chase, Ladd, Wilson, Bowers. I know. And on the bench are those guys. Any changes?
Well, it's only a 6-teamer, so I guess that makes sense. Like every team could have 4 or 5 QBs. Rico on the bench, Genty on the bench, Kittle on the bench. But he's got Bowers. But I might just go Kittle. Well, I don't know. In Cleveland with that weather, maybe I do go Bowers this week.
All right. Pick up anybody? Who knows who's available on?
There's got to be. It's a 6-team league. There's got to be some good players available, but probably not any good quarterbacks.
Right. And here's Karen. Got the membership a little earlier. Now the question: pick up an RB2, Pacheco, Neal, Stevenson, McLaughlin, C-Rod, or just play Emmanuel Wilson. Bench is Pollard, Singletary. I think Pollard seems pretty droppable.
Yeah. Who are we picking up here? Like, are you playing Stevenson this week? Are you playing Neal over these guys?
I think the one I would say has the most upside rest of the season might be C-Rod, just because if he's the lead back and he gets back, but I don't want to start him this week because it's the Broncos. So I think, look, if these are your bench players, let's just drop both Pollard and Singletary. I'll pick up Neal for this week and C-Rod for later. I love Neal this week, but at least he'll get some touches. All right, Paul W. I love that. You see the Bulldog. One running back and one flex. Charbonnet, Gainwell, Tootin Mooney.
Gainwell and I have Mooney right there. Charbonnet right there. Who's the other one? Mooney, Charbonnet, Tootin. Yeah, I have Mooney the highest here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Gainwell is the running back for sure. In PPR, I guess Mooney gets you something. Charbonnet is still pretty touchdown dependent. All right, this, if I remember, we clarified on the chat, I think this is pronounced Marty. So we'll just say Marty. I have a similar question to last night. All right, so do I start Tracy, Neal, Vidal, or C-Rod at RB2? We just had that discussion. So it's not C-Rod this week. I don't love Neal, so I'm going to go with either Tracy or Vidal. I would say Vidal, even with Hampton coming back, he's going to have a role. I don't know. The question is, at this point, do you feel like Tracy continues to kind of be the lead back as he was last week? Because if he gets more touches, I'd rather have him, right? Tracy or Vidal.
Well, if Hampton's out, I go Vidal.
Right. But if Hampton plays, then it's like,
well, then I definitely go Tracy. I feel pretty good about Tracy this week. I know it's the Patriots, but one thing the Patriots do struggle with, or at least I don't know if I can say they struggle with it, but probably the way they play defense, or maybe it's their linebackers. I don't know, but they give up a lot in the passing game to running backs. That's Tracy's thing. So yeah, Vidal if Hampton's out, otherwise Tracy.
All right, and then has all these players pick 2 receivers and a flex. Olave, Wilson, JJ, Sutton, Pierce, Mooney.
I'm going to go Olave. We need 2 wide receivers and a flex. I'm going Olave, Wilson, and Sutton.
Yeah. Once again, we're sitting JJ. Crazy. Steven, Baker or Jameis? Well, the answer might be neither.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't think Jameis is going to play again this week. I really think Jackson Dart is going to be back. Have we heard anything?
We're assuming. Of course, we don't know for sure yet, but
I mean, I know. Okay, he practiced today, and he was first up among the QBs in team drills. He was full practice today. You got to think Dart's back this week, so you're probably not going to have Jameis. You might not have Baker. So you might, yeah. What else? What do we got on the waiver wire here, Steven?
Yeah, you really might not be able to choose between either of those guys. Pick 2, Pearsall, Booty, Keenan, Juwan.
Oh, man. I might just go Keenan and Juwan. This is a really tough spot against Booty. The Giants have a corner, Cordero Flott. He's been outstanding this year. He shadowed Jamison last week, which is a big reason why Jamison did nothing. I think he's going to shadow Booty this week because Diggs is like sometimes outside, but sometimes inside. Booty's always outside, so I might just go Keenan and Juwan here.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely don't want to start Pearsall as of right now, and Booty could do nothing. By the way, on the bubble in football, but first place in fantasy hockey. Very nice. Maybe one day I'll get back into fantasy hockey. That day will not be today. This is K-Sum, aka Kevin. Harvey or Bucky?
You got to go Harvey. Not only is it a great spot for Harvey, now we're hearing, I don't know if you were here earlier in the stream when we were talking about injuries, but they're saying Bucky probably only going to play like 30% of the snaps this week. Like you almost can't start Bucky this week. Just too risky. Got to go Harvey.
No, could definitely not start Bucky this week. In the leagues where I have him, which isn't a ton, but I'm not even thinking about putting him in my lineup. Let's get it. This is Wayne. Got a membership. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate you. As always, Andrea entered the chat right after we went live. Welcome to you too. All right, we're still catching up. I know you guys. You guys already know. If there happens to be anybody who's new on the pre-Thanksgiving show, we have a ton of questions and comments before we even go live, so we're catching up to those. And then the next super chat from after we went live was Bobby Brook once again. Yeah, no, you did. I think we figured out that you needed receiver help. So we basically already answered this, right?
Yeah, I think we said Jacobs, Javonte, and Dowdle, and then Rice and Sutton.
All right, there you
and
go.
Burrow at QB.
Yeah, definitely Burrow. Alexander's channel, Burrow or Stafford?
Yeah. Oh man, I have Stafford above Burrow this week.
I really just want to start Burrow and get no matter what. But sometimes I don't always acknowledge the risks before making decisions. So
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Burrow this week. Like I don't.
Look, he's 100. He's got to be close to 100%, right? He wouldn't be playing.
Exactly. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with starting Burrow this week. This could be one of those, like, yes, one guy is probably going to outscore the other because that's kind of how fantasy football works. It's very rare that they tie. But this doesn't feel like one of those situations where one guy is going to, like, destroy the other. Like, one guy is going to go for a big game, and the other guy's going to be terrible. Like, they're probably both going to be good this week. So it's just hard for me to bench Stafford. He's been so good this year. I'm totally fine with Burrow.
Yeah, I can't really make any sort of compelling argument to not play Stafford on the road against the Panthers. You know what, though? There's no reason not to play. I'm going to go Burrow. Let's go Burrow. You know what? It doesn't matter. Play them both. All right.
Play them both. Can you play them both?
Just make it happen.
Figure out a way.
Yeah. Wayne. All right. Oh, well, thank you. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. It'll take a while. Half PPR. Should I consider starting Jaden Higgins over those guys? Myers, BTJ, DK, Dobbs, assuming BTJ plays.
I could start him over Dobbs. I think I could start him over DK. Let me see. Yeah, I have him over Dobbs and DK. I'm not going to start him over Jacoby Myers, and I'm not going to start him over BTJ if BTJ plays.
Right. I think Dobbs would be the one. Rams or Broncos defense? Rams get Carolina in Carolina, and the Broncos, as we know, are going to get Washington.
I'm going to take the Rams here. I know the Broncos are good, but the Rams are a great defense, too. They get a ton of pressure. Bryce Young, give me that all day. Day.
Yeah. All right. And then we got Front Street Mopars, 2 receivers, 2 flexes, Pearsall, Washington, Walker, Sharps, Tucker. We can safely drop Sean Tucker everywhere. Odunze, QJ, Pierce, Gadsden, DK, Jaden Higgins. Happy Turkey Day.
All right, wide receivers are going to be Odunze. I have Parker Washington next highest here. So I got Odunze, Parker Washington. I think I'm flexing QJ. I'm definitely flexing Walker. I'm flexing Walker and QJ. So I'm going to go Odunze, Washington, a wide receiver, QJ, Walker, flexes.
All right. There you have it. Mopars. This is an interesting one. I just saw this. This is Alex Penley. So it says, I'm not competing. So I wonder if this is a dynasty question. It's got offered London for Pickens. Is that a smash? Doesn't feel like a smash anymore, does it?
No, even in Dynasty, it doesn't really feel like a smash anymore. But I think I still... Well, I don't even know, honestly.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I do still think I prefer London. It's not even an age thing. You're like, remember, Drake London came into the league super young, but I just checked. I want to be sure. They're both 24. Like, there's not an age advantage here. Look, the real question is with London, what does the future of this offense look like? Is it Michael Penix next year going forward? Like, can this dude stay healthy? Like, can he? And if he doesn't, who's the quarterback? Are they still going to have Kirk Cousins just hanging around forever until he turns 50? Are they going to bring in somebody else to compete? You know what I mean? That's the thing. I have zero concern about London specifically. I have concern about the quarterback situation there, and you don't have that concern with Dallas, you know?
Right. Well, here's what I'll say. So you say you're not competing. I think, like, for the reasons you just said, I probably do prefer Pickens because he's in Dallas. But I'm going to assume the team that offered this is competing because they're like, I need somebody I can count on for the playoffs. So let's take advantage of them. Make them throw in a pick. Say, hey, I'll do this trade, but you got to throw in a second. I don't think you can get a first, obviously, because this is a fair trade. But say like, hey, throw in a pick. So give me a second. Look, if they're a competing team, it's probably gonna be a late second. Get a pick. And if they say no, it's fine. I'm okay just sticking with Pickens. Yeah, because I think even for a non-competing team, Pickens is a guy you want.
Yeah, exactly. It says got offered. So again, under the assumption that the competitive owner is looking for Pickens. If they want him, make him work for it.
This is what I've been doing right now in my dynasty leagues. All my teams that are competing, I go to the bottom of my league standings. I look at what they have and I say like, oh, look, you have Derrick Henry and you are not competing. Why do you need Derrick Henry? Here's a future first round pick that probably will be a late round pick. You know what I mean? Or here's a couple of young guys that maybe have potential, like a Bashaw Tootin or somebody like that, right? Where they can be like, hey, because I mean, like, right? So that's kind of what this feels like. Even though Pickens is still young, this kind of feels like something I would do where I'm like, hey, I'm trying to win, and I don't know if Drake London can help me win. Give me Pickens. And then if you're like, well, you got to throw in a second, I'm probably like, okay, that's what it's going to take. I'll do it.
Yeah, and even if you think they're like, well, they're not going to give a second, they just want to do this straight up, then maybe at least it's something else, right? Okay, we'll throw in a pick and I'll throw in whatever bench player I don't care about. You know, you can maybe work something out, but see how bad they want it.
And again, if they don't want to throw in a second, I'm totally fine just having Pickens on my dynasty team, whether I'm contending or not.
Yeah, no missed opportunities here. All right.
Nope.
Well, that was an interesting one. How about Andy? Bucky is back.
Maybe.
Worth a start over Etienne Hart? No.
Nope.
No. How about Goated? What is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Scared to ask.
Goated Misfit is what I can see for the name. I don't know what that is. Flipped Jettison Swift for Pickens, Hall, and Chase Brown.
Wow. No way. This had to be like weeks ago, right? You had to have done this weeks ago.
I mean, if you just did that this week, congrats. That's a wow. Pick. Okay, quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 flexes. Goff or Love?
Goff.
H.N. Harvey, Hall, Brown, Bucky. 2.
I mean, obviously you're starting H.N. That's not even a question. I've got Brees over Chase Brown this week.
Well, you know what? Okay, so it says 2 flex. I only see 2 receivers, so it looks like we have to flex 2 of those running backs. So basically picking 4. Unless those receivers are just flex options.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's Pickens? Maybe he forgot about Pickens because he just traded for him?
Yeah, so maybe those 2 receivers must be part of the flex option. Never mind. I apologize. Okay, so 2 running backs and 2 flexes.
All right, I'm going to go H.M. Brees. I'm definitely flexing Chase Brown, and I'm flexing R.J. Harvey here if these are our flex choices.
Yeah, like Wilson is a strong option still, but I think you got to go those first 4 running backs. A. Zerby, May or Dak?
I have Dak higher this week.
Yeah, May has been solid, but more of a floor play lately, hasn't he? Go Dak for upside. And it's funny because that's true, right? Dak seems to do better in the tougher matchups. And then
Yeah.
he's supposed to go off. He doesn't. So maybe he'll go off. It's Thanksgiving. He'll have a big game. All right. Are you ready? Jordan. So Jordan Olson, he says he has got a lot to ask. So starting off with the happy Thanksgiving. Okay. Ready to bench Odunze for Michael Wilson.
I'm doing it this week.
Yeah. No, nothing wrong with that. I mean, you wish you would have done it last week. So glad I started under Henry. Absolutely.
Yes.
But that was last week. So this week, Henry, Goddard, Gadsden, Fanon, Juwan, or Taysom.
No, I like Gadsden a lot this week. I'm just going to play Gadsden.
Yeah, I mean, rule of thumb, you just play whoever's going against the Bengals, but you don't seem to have Mark Andrews. So let's go Gadsden. All right, next. Who is the RB2? Bucky, Harvey, or Genty?
I have Harvey over Genty, even if Genty plays. It's such a good matchup for Harvey this week.
Yep. Love me some RJ Harvey. And then your favorite, the defense question. Rams or Texans?
I mean, I just said, like, how do you not play the Rams against CJ Stroud? They're such a good they're a great defense. They get pressure. I said CJ Stroud, but I meant Bryce Young. Bryce Young will turn the ball over. He'll take sacks. Who the Texans play again?
Texans, let's see, this week Colts on the road against the Colts.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's the Texans defense, but you can't feel great about that. I think I just go the Rams.
Yeah, I think Rams are better this week. And you shouldn't regret starting the Rams if you well, I don't know. You have them both. If you have them both, then I guess you're set. Rams rest of the season. Let's see. Arizona,
Yeah,
Detroit,
you're definitely set.
Seattle. Yeah. Detroit, it's not great, but you could just keep them. Karen Cooney back with another one. Order these flexes. K3, Hunt, Menungai, Algier, Quentin Johnson, Pearsall, Olave out. I haven't heard that Olave would be out.
Well, I saw something he left practice early today, so let's hope. Let's hope that's nothing.
Okay, so rank those flex options.
I'm gonna have Hunt number 1, Walker number 2, QJ or Menungai. I got Menungai 3, QJ 4. I mean, do we need to keep going here? Probably Algier 5, Pearsall last, because how can you start Ricky Pearsall right now?
Right. Then it says if Olave is out, you have to play QJ or one of those guys, like one of those guys over QJ. Probably not.
Nah.
Rise above anything. What is up? All right. Flexing Watson, Wilson, Jennings.
Just gonna go with Michael Wilson. Even with Harrison back, you got to think he's still gonna be pretty heavily involved here.
Yeah, and they did. I think it was not the coach, the offense coordinator, Pentig, whatever you say. He was talking about Michael Wilson. He's earned opportunities. He's not going to take a step back, even if Harrison's back. So, look, some people are nervous about Harrison maybe not getting a full complement of targets when he comes back. So I think Wilson totally solid here. Cody, code's code. In half, pick 2, Jennings, Wandale, Watson, Pierce.
I've got Watson number 1. I still have Jennings number 2, and I've dropped Jennings down quite a bit, but I still have him at number 2.
And then this is also Cody. Pick 2. Rodriguez, Neal, Pacheco, Tootin, Bammer, Benson, and then Mostert.
I'm going to go whichever Cardinals running back is starting. I might just take a chance on Devin Neal here. So would Cardinals running back plus Devin Neal.
Yeah, I don't love Devin Neal this week. No, my only reason I think he's even still on the radar is because it's a pass catcher, like what he did last week. It's a pass catcher. He could continue to do this. I just saw this. I was looking for stuff that since week 6, you noticed this, right? The Dolphins' run defense, remember early in the season, they were one of the worst. And then, okay, so this is according to Drew Davenport. The Dolphins' rush EPA since week 6 is second best in the NFL. They're actually a good run defense all of a sudden. So the only reason Neal is still on the radar is because he's been catching passes. He could catch passes. I don't want to start Pacheco. I don't want to start Rodriguez. That's the other reason. Brad Brune. Bijan, Judkins, and Jones getting Hampton back. Should I start Hampton?
Yeah, I would go Hampton over Jones.
Says Nakuatet and Coleman at receiver.
Keon Coleman. Yikes.
You got to have another receiver somewhere. It's got to be somebody you can pick up. Keon Coleman doesn't even play anymore. Like literally, he doesn't even play.
He doesn't. He literally does not even play.
Drop Coleman like a bad habit. Pick up anybody on receiver in the waiver wire that you can. Like maybe a Jags receiver is available, like a Parker Washington. I mean, I don't know who's available, but yes, you cannot play Coleman. Calicut needs 2-2 in a flex. Chase Brown, Etienne, Jones, Judkins, Vidal, Neal, Pickens, Chase, Myers, Michael Wilson.
Oh, man. You got to go Etienne, Chase Brown at running back. Chase Pickens at wide receiver. You got just flex Judkins here. If Hampton's out, I do like Vidal this week, but Judkins in a good spot too. I think I just go Judkins.
All right. Let's see who's next. I Nick Ty again. Starting DK, Franklin, Jacoby on the bench is QJ and Keenan. Do we flip it? Put any Chargers receivers in there?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to put Keenan or QJ over DK personally. I go slightly Keenan this week. He does have the better matchup, but I also understand the risk that, like, what if he only runs 50% of the routes again like he was doing before the game, before the bye, when he suddenly ran a bunch of routes again?
All right, so don't keep the lineup completely. Definitely keep Franklin in there. Niner fan. May or Burrow? I don't care. I'm going Burrow.
Burrow, yes.
Flex, Sutton, Judkins, Rico.
I got Sutton the highest here.
Yeah, and normally it might be Rico, but this is a very tough spot for him. It wasn't the same, but something similar in terms of run DVOA, which is a fancy stat I won't bother explaining. The Rams are third best against the run. So it's a very tough spot for Rico. Brian, 0331. Well, Mayor Burrow.
Burrow.
I'm going to go Burrow. Got that massive ceiling. And then let's see. Wow, is this true? Alexis said that his wife just gave birth 4 hours ago.
Wow, congratulations. Congratulations. Still, yeah, I like that. Still need to make the playoffs, though.
Yes, Alexis, you just won Fantasy Football Manager of the Year. Nothing will stop you from dominating. But congrats. Seriously, congrats.
Yeah,
That's
congratulations.
awesome.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
what is it? What is today? Wednesday. It's the 26th. All right, so not quite. Won't quite share the same birthday. My birthday's in 2 days.
Hold on, I think we have this.
Oh, wow! I didn't know we had that. Congrats, Alexis. I honestly, as long as you're around here, I'll always remember your kid's birthday because it's 2 days before mine. She settled. Everything came out well. Needs to make the playoffs, though. Okay, so let's get back to priorities here. Pick 3: Bijan, Travion, Harvey, Judkins, Monungai, or Gainwell.
I'm just playing the first 3.
Yep, first 3 it is. All right, good luck.
Yes, and congratulations. Try to get some sleep. Good luck.
Yeah, I was going to say, good luck staying awake during the games now. I believe this is Mr. Yappers, or unless it's Yapers. Burrow or Goff?
Burrow.
Flex JMO, Ferguson, or Pittman?
I'll just go Pittman here. You can't feel great about Ferguson against the Chiefs. Jameson, geez. I'll just take what Pittman gives me.
We will never feel great about Jameson again, but it doesn't mean he won't still have big games. We just won't know when it happens.
Right.
Kilo 6277 getting killed by injuries. Wow. Your wide receiver 1 is Jaden Higgins. Your wide receiver 2 is Jacoby Myers. Flexing Woody Marks. You like Mechie, Fannin, Monty, DJ Moore. Any better?
I don't know. I don't think so. Where do I have DJ Moore ranked? DJ Moore. I actually do have DJ Moore ahead of Higgins. I might put DJ Moore in over Higgins.
Yeah, I think Myers would keep in there. It gets you that floor at least. Again, I think
Same with Woody Marks. Woody Marks at least gives you a floor.
Right. Like Higgins, Mechie, very interchangeable. They're very risky. So let's just go more. Had Thanksgiving, though. Agree with that. Thank you. All right. Let's do Juan Pablo. In half, who should I play as RB2, Vidal or Neal?
Well, if Hampton's out, definitely Vidal. I might even play Vidal if Hampton plays, honestly.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. As I've been saying, I think Vidal still gets touches, right? You cannot assume. I know, well, Hampton's back. He's going to be you really think they're going to give him 100% of all the touches when he's just missed several weeks due to injury? I don't think so. Like, Vidal will get the ball some. And needs 2 to flex. Vidal, Neal, Hunt, Watson, Mechie, Pearsall, Aaron Jones.
I'm going to go, well, if Hampton plays, I'll go Hunt, Aaron Jones. If Hampton's out, I'll go Vidal, Hunt.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, we don't know for sure Hampton is playing just because he's started practicing. They expect, but you never know. Harv, what's up, Harv? Just saying thanks for the start. Michael Wilson, 9-3 now. All right,
nice.
And then this is Blazing 540. Start 1: Jettis, Rome, Shakir, Worthy.
Man. I have Shakir the highest here. Oh, God. I guess I'm going Shakir.
Yeah. Shakir. Shakir had a nice game last week in a really tough spot. He gets you again. Gets you that floor. Steelers, non-tough.
Should be fine. He should be fine.
And then flex, Bucky, K9, Tracy, Jettis, Rome, Shakir, Worthy. So you can use one of those guys.
So is this a different league? Because I think I still have Shakir the highest here. If not Shakir, I have Tracy slightly over Walker.
No, I think it's the same league. He's saying from the group. So 1 receiver, 1 flex. So the receiver's Shakir. The flex is, did you say Tracy?
Yeah, Tracy slightly over Walker. That one's close.
And then Lamar or Burrow.
Another close one. I'm still going Lamar against the Bengals.
I'm going Burrow. Cali Kid, May or Hurts? We got our Hurts as a must start.
Yeah, Hurts. Still hurt. I'm going Hurts.
2 RBs, 1 flex. Henry, Etienne, Judkins, Mununga, Swift, Warren, Neal, Diggs.
Oh, this got pretty easy, honestly. Because after the first 3, it's like, I don't really need to start any of those guys. I'm just going to go the first 3.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with those first 3. All right. Vinny, what's up? Harvey, Jennings, Debo, or Sutton?
Is this
Which
PPR?
Doesn't say. I think he plays.
I don't even think it matters. I think I just go Harvey. Like, just give me the guy, like the running back that should get the bulk of the touches, catch passes against his Commanders defense. Give me Harvey.
I was gonna say it's which Bronco. That's the only question here, but yeah, Harvey guaranteed touches more. All right, more important second question: favorite pie.
Oh, I forget the name of it.
I was thinking something like pumpkin or pecan or cherry.
You got it's like it's some kind of berry pie, but it's not like blueberry or it's
rhubarb.
No, man,
Blackberry.
I can't think of the name. I can't think of the name right now.
I don't know. Now I'm intrigued. It's that good, but I mean, I like berries. Okay,
it's some weird berry that like you would never, like you don't eat. Like it's not like something you go to the store and just buy this berry.
Are you gonna have this tomorrow?
We'll see. It's not very common, so it's very rare that it's there.
Now I'm gonna have to do some research. I'm intrigued by this, the mystery berry. My favorite pie is the one that's in front of me. Whatever it is, I will eat it. But I do love pecan pie. Pecan pie has become one of my favorites. All right, Cody. All right, looking ahead to next year, who will be the number 1 overall pick next year? JT, JSN, or someone else?
It'll probably be one of those guys. I mean, if JSN does this, if JSN goes over 2,000 yards this year, he'll probably be the number 1 pick.
Yeah, and you never know what kind of craziness happens. I mean, the Seahawks decide they really need another receiver. They draft someone early next year. People might worry about JSN. I mean, there's no worry about a stud workhorse running back. So I would think it's probably going to be JT. Or why couldn't it be Christian McCaffrey again? If he continues this season the way he has, it's probably going to be CMC. All right, Derek Gonzalez. If you didn't answer the question, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex. No, I don't think we had this. Genty, Kyron, Rico, Hampton, Chase, QJ, Jennings, McConkey, Wilson, Ferg, Gadsden, and then Dak, Dart, or Brissett at quarterback.
I'll go Dak at QB. Gonna go Chase, Ladd at wide receiver. Oh, wait, is that Michael Wilson? I'm gonna go Chase, Michael Wilson at wide receiver. I think Kyron has to be number 1 at running back. I'll say Genty, if he plays, is number 2. Who we got here? We got Hampton or Rico. I have Rico over Hampton, so I'll go. So either Kyron and Genty with Rico at the flex, or Kyron and Rico, assuming if Genty's out, with Ladd at the flex. Gadsden at tight end.
All right, there you go, Derek. And then the Weather Beast has made an appearance. How you been, Keith? I know he's always in the Discord.
What's up?
I feel like it's been a while since he's been in the chat, no?
Yes.
All right, well, here we go. And you know what? We're just about a little past half time here anyways. So let's do this before we do our promos. Favorite dish for Thanksgiving. I definitely now know what your least favorite dishes are. I know that.
Yeah, I don't even know. Nothing about Thanksgiving food gets me excited. Like if I'm going somewhere for Thanksgiving and they're serving barbecue and mac and cheese all day, but The traditional white people like dry turkey and mashed potatoes and green bean casserole. It's like the most. Look, I'm white, so I can say this, but it's the most white thing that white people could do. Just like boring, bland food. Like this is it. This is the best we could do. Come on, invite me over to your Italian family, please. Your Italian family, your family in the South that loves barbecue. Please, that's the Thanksgivings I want to go to. I don't want this boring food. This food is so boring.
Somewhere the pilgrims are rolling over in their graves, crying.
I don't even think this is what the pilgrims ate, is it? Like, is this even what the pilgrims ate?
Well, I know this, being a teacher, elementary, they had like lobster and like oysters and like they had a lot of seafood there. Like we don't eat seafood anymore. Like there was a turkey, but there's also all sorts of stuff. It's not like stovetop stuffing. Like that was not a thing back then, but it doesn't matter. My favorite dish is all of them, but more specifically, I love the sweet potatoes. I love anything sweet. I love stuffing. I even like stovetop stuffing. I'm a fan. All right. Well, Keith, I'm glad you're in here. Good to see everybody. All right. So let's take a short pause because it is possible there are some of you who have not yet signed up and tried Underdog yet. Don't know at this point if anybody who watches us on a regular basis hasn't tried it, but maybe we have some new users. Maybe some of you haven't tried it yet. So I got to remind you, try Underdog. If you sign up right now and you're a new customer, you get a free pick. It's Lamar Jackson, whether he smashes or not. If he goes higher than 0 yards, you get that win for that pick. So try it out. You get that if you sign up as a new customer on Underdog using code Endgame Plus. Not only do you get the free pick, you also get up to $1,000 of bonus cash added to your account as soon as you make your first deposit. They'll match half of it. Free pick, free cash, and then more free cash because as soon as you spend $5 to use any sort of pick, and I suggest you try the free one first, then you get another $100 of bonus funds added to your account. And then besides the free cash and the free picks, you're going to get more freebies. If you do it now, it's feast week. So you're going to have all sorts of promos in the lobby, profit boosts, supercharged entries for tomorrow's football game. So try it out now and you'll see every game they're going to have some sort of a different promo. And they're always doing this anyways. And you look, it's a holiday season. They're going to be just ramping it up anyways as we get towards Christmas. You don't have to just use your pick on NFL games. You can use an NBA, NHL, whatever you like. So try Underdog now if you haven't yet. And then also, I know people have been using it because just the last hour and a half we've been on. We can continue to get more and more questions on DraftLane. Glad you guys are using it because this is a way you can, from the convenience of the Thanksgiving dinner table, ask important fantasy football questions rather than having to chat with your uncles and your cousins that you only see once a year. Do this instead. So you can do this anytime, actually. But also don't forget, use code Endgame, get 10 free points. Anybody who hasn't tried DraftLane, it's a free download from the App Store, from the Play Store. And you can use that to ask your questions. I think we had it down to 4. We're back up to 9. Let's get some of these knocked out. I'm going to show you guys how this works. If you're on Yahoo or Sleeper, this syncs with your with DraftLane. Wherever might take a little longer. All right. This says
week 13 and 15.
Are we answering for week 15, but not week 14? This is interesting.
This is weird.
Burrow, Lamar, Watson, Shakir, Higgins, Mooney, Mechie, Kincaid, Juwan. All right. How about we stick to week 13? Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Lamar, Bijan, JT. Very nice. Shakir, Jaden Higgins, Dalton Kincaid, Watson, a little risky there. Well, we can't start Evans. Do you like Jones better than any of those guys?
Yeah, who's the flex right now?
Watson.
I would put Watson in over Higgins and flex Aaron Jones.
All right. And then Burrow, Lamar was other question. I know we're kind of split here.
Yeah, put Oh yeah, I guess Watson's already in there. Yeah. I mean, I like Lamar. You like Burrow. It's fine. It's close. It's close.
Now, what about Kincaid? You're going to trust Kincaid, who's always hurt, or just go Juwan Johnson?
I would just go Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, I definitely have trust issues with Kincaid. Mooney, probably not. Mechie's fine, but no. All right, so that's it. Here we go. All right, there we go. Let's do Flex Jones over Higgins and go Juwan at tight end. As far as week 15, too early to make those decisions. And it's true. All right. And then look, if you're not on Yahoo or Sleeper or DraftLane, you can still ask your questions, right? You still do this. If you're an ESPN or NFL or some other fantasy site, it doesn't matter. You can just use the ask a question feature, and here it is. We'll answer it. So Andrews or Goddard, because, okay, so if DeVonta Smith, he says likely, I don't know if it's likely, but if Goddard, like if Smith is out, does that give Goddard enough of a boost?
I mean, it does give him a boost, but man, Andrews against the Bengals, I think I still go Andrews.
Yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't really matter, does it? You can't ignore Andrews matchup versus Cincy. Keep Andrews locked in. All right. There you go. We'll do the rest of those later. But just make sure everyone is aware of DraftLane. You can use it anytime. We may not answer as quickly on Thanksgiving Day, but we'll probably still be checking it. All right. Mark Bone. I don't even know if he super chatted. I'm just going to assume he did because he always does, but it's Mark. Let's help the Iceman out. Superflex. Lamar, Dak, Bucky, Swift, Nico, Pickens, Kittle, Shakir, Pittman, Franklin, Cleveland on the bench. Probably not anybody want to start. I don't think so.
Oh man, I don't.
Bucky. I mean, I don't want to play Bucky, but do you really see a better option?
No.
Manungai?
I mean, I don't think I can put Manungai over Bucky, can I?
It's
I like Manungai more
than
Swift. I like Manungai more than Swift, actually.
Yeah, the thing is, Manungai has been pretty good. It's just it's such a tough matchup against the Eagles defense. How good can you feel about Manungai? You know?
No, you can't feel good about him or Swift, but I think I like him more than Swift because he's the one that's been getting like chances to score. So I think I put Manungai over Swift, but I leave Bucky in there. Yeah, I leave everything else the same.
All right, there you go, Mark. And then we have Hilltop Shack. Wide receiver 2, QJ Franklin or Waddle?
Waddle.
And 2 flexes between K9 RJ, Jalen Warren?
I think you got to go Harvey. I have Jalen Warren ahead of K9.
Yeah. All right. There we go. We have AP 607. Oh, no. Is this a 6-7 reference? What's up, Kings? Hope y'all are good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you help me choose between 2 running backs, a tight end and a flex? Bijan, Chase Brown, Judkins, Loveland, Strange, Fannin, and Sutton.
Well, I'm just going to start those first 3 running backs. Although, actually, is this... I'm going to go... Well, I'll go Fannin at tight end. I'm definitely starting Bijan, Chase Brown. Actually, I think I have Sutton over. If it's PPR, I'm going to go Sutton over Judkins. If it's non-PPR, I'll go Judkins.
Yeah, I like Sutton this week too. So assuming it's PPR, we'll say Sutton. All right, and then I was right. Mark did just super chat down below. Thank you, Mark. Harv, Danger. Any changes? Bijan Rico, Ladd, Wilson, Jawan, and then flex Sutton. That's good. Here's the bench.
I'm putting Gadsden in over Juwan. That's my only change. I like Gadsden a lot this week.
Yeah, against the Raiders, smash spot. All right. Everything else is good. And of course, happy Turkey Day. And yes, don't forget, subscribe. Anybody who hasn't subscribed yet, do it now. And don't forget to like. All right, we're always appreciative of Bands Man. Still one of my favorite avatars there. Happy Thanksgiving. Grateful for the help in fantasy, of course. Start one in half. Bucky, Hampton, Diggs, Myers, Tracy.
I just have Diggs the highest here. This feels like a good bounce back spot for Diggs this week.
Yeah, again, don't really want to start Bucky here. You know, a lot of people are just want to go like all in, like, oh, Hampton's back, you have to start Hampton. I don't know. I don't feel that way.
Yeah, I'm not ready to do that yet.
All right, Keenan Knock has a long question above, and here it is. Mark Andrews, Ronnie Gadsden, or hey, maybe Darren Waller going forward.
I think Gadsden will still be my preferred option here, but I'm probably just going to mostly play the matchups.
Here's the thing. Like this week, Gadsden, of course, great spot, but you kind of have to start Mark Andrews, right, against the Bengals. But I mentioned this on the waiver wire video because there were some people who had to drop Gadsden or chose to drop Gadsden because the bye week. This week is a good spot for him, but the next two, it's really, really, really not. He gets a brutal schedule specifically for tight ends too. So look, in 2 weeks, the Ravens are going to face the Bengals again. So you might just be starting Mark Andrews the next 3 weeks because he gets Bengals, Steelers, Bengals. So honestly, I can just say I'm going Mark Andrews here. Like, don't need to worry about Darren Waller. And then Gadsden, like, I don't know if you can trade him, but just keep him. Once Garrett Wilson comes back, what wide receiver 2 flex combo between him? Well, I don't think we can even answer that. Like, do we know when Garrett Wilson is even coming back? Is he coming back?
I think he's coming back, but I think he still has like 2 more weeks on IR or something. So,
yeah, it's just too soon to say.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to have the same lineup locked in every week.
Right. Right. Yeah. All right. Julio. Let's see. Also very thankful here. Don't know what to do now. My starters are busting, but can't drop anyone. No, your lineup is good. We went over your lineup yesterday. You just need things to break right for you. Start stashing defense and kicker for week 16 and 17. Is that the answer?
I mean, if you already know you have the buys, like, sure, go ahead, I guess. I mean, kicker, you get to stash kickers. Like, do we play? Is this how we do it with kickers?
And you're saying you can't drop anyone, so who you're not stashing now? No. All right, we got AC Yard Services, Portland. All right, welcome. Start 1 running back, 2 receivers in the flex. Bucky, Woody, BTJ, McConkey, Jones, Pierce, Devin Neal, Rome, Franklin, Trey Benz.
I'm gonna go Woody Marks at running back. Franklin. Well, okay. I'll say Benson if he actually plays at running back, but I don't think he's going to play. If not, I'll go Woody Marks. Franklin at wide receiver and Ladd at wide receiver. I think I still have Rome. Actually, I have Aaron Jones 1 spot ahead of Rome. Just feel safer about Aaron Jones's touches, so I'll flex Aaron Jones.
All right, there you go, AC. Doug Fenton, happy Thanksgiving as well. Needs 2 running backs in a flex. Henderson, Hunt, Mark Sharps, Manungai, Franklin. Also have the Bucs, but agree you should be worried.
Yeah. We're going to go Henderson and Hunt. Mark Sharp and Flex Franklin.
All right. Then we got Cali Kid again. Streaming. Wow. Streaming. You could just pick up Stafford or Burrow or Jones.
I mean, look, I still have to prefer Burrow rest of the season to Stafford. So let's just not stream QBs anymore. Let's just add Burrow, and Burrow can be our QB1 rest of the season.
Yeah.
You don't even need to stream anymore if you pick up Burrow.
Exactly. Then these are wide receiver 2 in the flex. Loud, Waddle, Wilson, Dowdle, Etienne.
I think Etienne's got to be the flex here, and I think Waddle's the wide receiver 2.
All right. So let's get to question you didn't think you'd be asking. Do I start Saquon Barkley or RJ Harvey? This is Julio.
I'm going RJ Harvey.
Yep. The crazy thing is not even like a tough matchup. It's actually a really good matchup for running backs, but Saquon just does not look right. Prodigy. Would you do Benson and Ladd for Nico?
Yeah, just give me Nico. Give me Nico.
Yeah, Benson at this point doesn't seem to be much of a factor. All right, Doug also, this Doug Fenton says somebody dropped Kamara. Is he dust? He seems pretty dusty. You drop Chuba or Tootin for him. I mean, Chuba doesn't have a lot of value.
Yeah. But I don't want Kamara. He might be out a couple weeks here. I'm not picking up Kamara. At least Chuba, like if something happens to Rico, like Chuba's the guy. Yeah, Kamara's done. I'm not picking up Kamara.
Well, he's missing this week, and he might miss another week or two. And we know what.
And then
Kamara's
it's like,
done
what's the point of bringing him up? You're going to bring him back in week 15 for this terrible team? Like, why?
Yeah. All right. So that's a no. Andrew Myers, Dak or Burrow.
I have Dak a little ahead of Burrow this week, but I mean, they're like, yeah, they're both good options. They're both great options.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Dak, I don't even know. I could say it's like safer just because it's Burrow's first game back. He should be fine, I would think. So I'll give the edge to Burrow. I think the upside is a little bit higher in that matchup. All right, what about this one? Tiffany Wolf, Lamar or Jacoby?
Lamar.
Go Lamar, yes. And then Valky for tight end looks like Barner or Otten. Not ideal.
Not ideal. I have Barner ahead of Otten.
Yeah, cannot feel good about any Bucs, especially the tight end there with Teddy B potentially. B65154. Oh, it's a step up. Top 5. Odunze, Ted, Jennings, Shakir, Franklin, BTJ, Mooney, Myers, JMO, DK.
Franklin number 1. Shakir number 2. I think I still have Odunze 3 here. Gotta go Odunze 3, BTJ 4 if he plays. Myers 5. Where do I have DK? Actually, where do I have DK? Yeah, I have Myers ahead of DK. So Myers 5. That's my top 5.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if DK made the cut here. There's no ceiling. There's no ceiling.
Right.
All right, and then Cali Kid now needs a streaming quarterback. Jones. Oh, that's the same one. Sorry, same question, just down below. And then Mark Bone again, just saying, happy Thanksgiving Day. Has been following for 3 years. Trust me when I say we appreciate you more.
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right, and this is Andrew Myers again. Pick 2, Emeka, Wilson, DeVonta if he plays, Nico, Shakir.
DeVonta Smith is my number 1. Nico's my number 2.
And another tough one, Stafford or Hurts.
Hurts over Stafford. I'll just say real quick, if you need it, like if Smith does miss and you need a third, it would be Michael Wilson for me.
All right. And then we do have Hurts as I mean, again, you have a tough decision like this. I understand it, but I think Hurts, you got to start him this week. It's the Bears. Did we do this Valky? Did we do this Jettis or Michael Wilson?
Michael Wilson. Sad times. Sad times we're in right now.
Crazy times that we are in right now. Crazy for sure. And Michael Marowitz now needs 3. Rico, Brees, Ted, Igbuka, Sutton.
Rico, Brees, and Sutton.
Yep. I think that one is actually pretty easy. Rico this week. All right. Now we have Yoda. Do I see Yoda? Offboard. Happy Thanksgiving. Who to start? Burrow or Dak? Well, there's that same question again. I lean Burrow. You slightly lean Dak.
Yes.
Strange or Otten? You can say Strange.
I'll just go Strange.
Woody, Osivich, Mechie, or Pierce for a flex?
I go Woody here.
And then got Benson and Hampton on IR. Well, if Hampton comes back and he's a full go, is it Hampton over Woody?
Yeah, if Hampton's back, I'll put him over Woody.
All right. There you go. Taysom. Sutton or Washington? Parker, Washington.
Sutton.
Definitely Sutton. Esteban now. Any of these over Hendo this week? Genti, Rico, Chase Brown, Brees, Harvey, or Marks?
Ooh.
It's tough to sit Henderson, but
I have the only one I have over him is Brees.
You could go Brees, yeah. And Bob apparently not counting says that we got to 94K. There we go. Very nice. All right.
Keep
going. Look, anybody out there who not yet hit subscribe, go and check real quick. Go and do it. Takes 1 second. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. No, really, we appreciate everybody who has already subscribed.
Yes.
And then let's get to Russell Pace. Burrow or Brissett?
Burrow.
Yeah. And again, keep saying that Brissett, totally safe. He's fine. Getting Harrison back. He's a good start. You don't want to miss out on the potential Burrow explosion against Baltimore. All right, then we got Big Man Fishing. What is up? No, he was in the DraftLane app earlier today. What was it, yesterday? Probably both. 10-team PPR, starting Hurts, CMC, K9, Nico Sutton, needs a flex, Judkins, Vidal, Higgins, Tez, Pearsall, Watson, Mechie. He needs a win.
Right now, I definitely go Vidal. Judkins at home against the 49ers. You got to feel really good about that. But if Hampton's out, I might go Vidal at home against the Raiders. And he's just been better. Like, Judkins has not been good. Like, I don't know what happened to this guy. He was like super efficient early in the year, and now he's just horrible. I mean, he scores. He scored last week at least, but it's such a good matchup against the 49ers. I'll take Judkins right now. But if Hampton's out, I think I go Vidal.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else here really feel compelled to start. So there you go, big man. Rusty Shackelford needs a flex. Igbuka, Sutton, Judkins, Benson, Neil Hampton, or Taysom for fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have fun, because your team is absolutely stacked. If you want to put Taysom in, you can put Taysom in. But if I really am trying to win this week, I'm going to go Sutton.
Yeah, because remember he said, "Do I flex Taysom?" I'm like, well, who else do you have? Here's what you have. You have good players, good enough where you don't have to flex Taysom. Because remember, you could play him, and then it's fun until he gets you like 3 points, and that's not so fun. All right, and Arthur, what's up, Arthur? Thank you, appreciate you very much. Always here. T-Law, we want T-Law. He says, please be the green bean casserole, not in the trash. Well, according to Chris, all green bean casserole is trash.
Terrible. How do people eat that?
Chris, not a fan of Thanksgiving foods. If you didn't know before, you know now. But yeah, are we sleeping on Tootin against the Titans?
I mean, maybe, but after last week, like I do wonder. Like, there's part of me that wonders, like, was it just because he was hurt and coming off an injury, or was the week prior just like a random week where he got somewhat more involved? So I don't know, maybe, but maybe not.
The question really here is, could he do something? Of course he could, because it's the Titans, but they actually aren't the worst, defense against the run. There are others, but also, do you really want to take a chance on him getting more than like 5 or 6 touches? I don't think you can. I don't think it's worth it. But thank you, Arthur. Appreciate you. And the cow's doing tricks. Big Man now has a 8-man league. Lamar, JT, Achane, Pickens, Bowers needs 2 wide receivers in the flex. JJ, Odunze, Woody, Marks, Wilson, Debo, maybe Benson.
We go Wilson at wide receiver. I will say if Benson plays, he'd probably be my flex. Otherwise, Woody Marks.
All right, so let's
see. You need 2. Wait, he needs 2 wide receivers in a flex. So Wilson, I'm gonna go Wilson, Jefferson, and then either Marks or Benson at the flex.
All right. Yeah, let's keep an eye and see how Benson gives it a go. I mean, you can't feel too great right now. It's still early in the week. Cole Kazuris, or Caruzis, sorry. Atlanta, or the Rams defense?
Rams.
Definitely.
Give me Rams.
Definitely. All right. How about this? We've not had this question before. Jordan Love or Tua Tagovailoa?
I'll just go with Jordan Love. I can't start Tua. Can't do it.
No, you probably shouldn't. He has a great matchup too, but who cares, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Troy Franklin or DeVonta Smith if he plays.
I still like Franklin either way.
All right. Well, there you go. Then it's easy. And Jordan back. He needs 3. Bijan, Genty, Bucky, Harvey, Gainwell.
Assuming they all play, I'm going to go Bijan, Genty, and Harvey. If Genty sits, I'll slot Gainwell in.
And then Chief Perp. Would Burrow back, drop Dart, or Danny? Which one?
Either.
I can just drop
both. I would probably drop both, honestly. And go pick up a handcuff.
Yeah, I mean, really, if Burrow is healthy all the rest of the season, it's not that much longer left. Like, you won't need another quarterback. All right, and then let's see. Valky, Kyron or Tracy?
Kyron.
Yeah, definitely Kyron this week. Joe Coons in half. Who to flex? Jennings, Higgins, Mechie.
I still have Jennings above these guys here. I can't drop them down to this level.
Half. Like, I don't want to trust Mechie, right? The Jets. So he's a what the heck flex, right? These are all kind of like that. I might go Higgins over Jennings Just don't trust Jennings at all. All right, now we got all right, this is Julio. Wants to make sure that the lineup is good. Harvey, Hendy, Saquon, Rico, Jacobs, Chase Pickens, Buka, T-Mac, JMO, 2-2-1.
I'm going Jacobs, Henderson at running back, Chase Pickens at wide receiver, and then I'm flexing Harvey.
Yep, there you go. And then let's see. Big man, forgot the defenses. Between these, who do we like? Green Bay is the best defense, but they get the Lions. Miami, not so good, but they get the Saints, right?
Yeah.
I can't play the Falcons defense.
I don't know if I can go. Yeah, I think I just go Miami here. Miami has not been that bad. Like you talked about it with the run defense, but they really haven't been that bad defensively lately. Like something, I don't know what changed, but something changed.
Yeah, Chris Greer is gone, so everyone celebrated.
Maybe. I'm just gonna go Miami here.
Yeah, and then we have Tree Stoner. 007.
Yeah, in fact, right here it says the Dolphins have been a surprisingly decent defense over the last 2 months, ranking 11th in pressure rate, 11th in conversion rate allowed, and 12th in opponent scoring rate. I don't know what happened, but they somehow became a not terrible defense.
Well, the defense really shouldn't have been terrible all year long, but a lot of things went south for them. What's surprising is that they haven't been as bad. They traded, remember, Jalen Phillips, one of their best edge rushers,
right,
for a good draft pick. It didn't really make a big difference. Anyways, there you go. Tree Stoner, happy Thanksgiving. Needs 2 in a full PPR league. AJ Brown, JMO Franklin, Michael Wilson, Jacoby Myers, Jaden Higgins. You're welcome.
I'm going to go AJ Brown and Troy Franklin.
Yeah, AJ Brown, especially if DeVonta Smith misses, very good spot. And then Franklin, we like. Tees, trees, Monungai or Vidal. You also have Chase Brown. I assume that means you're already starting Chase Brown? Because if not,
yes, I hope. I hope you're
pick.
starting Chase Brown. I think I might just go Vidal either way here.
Yeah, it's a really tough matchup for Monungai. All right, I want to see Danny Ainge. This is Danny Angel. Tracy or Troy Franklin.
If it's PPR, I'll go Troy Franklin. Any kind of PPR. Right.
Then also for Danny, flex Debo, Franklin, or C-Rod.
Franklin.
Yep, like Franklin this week. Do not let us down.
Right.
Let's do a couple. I'm looking at the chats. A couple of questions. Let's throw these up there instead of staring at them. Let's do a little quick lightning round from some non-super chats. We're still catching up, but Greg Carson wants to know Loveland, Pitts, or Parkinson.
Oh man. Loveland and Parker. I actually have Loveland the highest.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Don't love Pitts like we did last week, and he didn't really do much last week. How about Corey Miller, Dak, or Herbert?
That's another tough one. I have Dak ahead of Herbert.
And then Falcons or Miami? We basically
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
And we have DK Drift King, Waddle or Dunze?
Waddle
for sure. All right. And then Derek Gonzalez. If we did this one already, Gadsden or Ferguson?
Gadsden.
And Spearsy in the house. How's it going? Happy Thanksgiving from Canada. May not be celebrating tomorrow, but
I was gonna say, do you even celebrate Thanksgiving in Canada? Isn't this like an American holiday only?
Yeah, but still sending the well wishes.
But you still got football on all day, so
exactly. And then Anthony wants to know if both cards are playing at receiver, could you play both, or does Christian Watson get to start?
I would just play both.
Like Watson isn't the worst start, but the question here is like, who do you want to start him over? Is it Wilson or is it Harrison? And I'm not even sure if I know. I think it's okay to start both Cardinals because Jacoby's been slinging it, and this matchup, you got the Cardinals. Like it's not as exciting as it would be. That's my worry now is if Baker Mayfield doesn't play, right? All these injuries, like they just don't put up a lot of points. But Arizona still has no running game. Like nobody's healthy. So, just play them both. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for the well wishes as well. This is JP Villasana. And we need a receiver. Mr. Endgames? That's us. All right.
I assume that's us.
We need one receiver and a flex. Smith, Etienne, Franklin, McConkey, Shakir.
Well, if Smith plays, I'll go Smith and Etienne. Well, actually, no. I'll just go Franklin and Etienne here.
Etienne, I think, is definitely the flex. And receiver, like I know we like Franklin. I'm like, we put him over Ladd and Shakir.
Oh, I can easily put him over Ladd and Shakir. It's DeVonta Smith is the one that's close for me. I don't love. I mean, Shakir is like fine. I don't love Ladd this week.
Yeah, I have them. I mean, I'm looking. We have them all in the same tier, basically. Solid. You were a little bit lower on Ladd. I do see that. You got him a little bit lower. And yeah, we don't know which charger is going to go off. Yeah, all right. Let's just say Etienne and Franklin. We did like Franklin, so we do have some guesses here. Do you want to see the berry pie guesses?
Sure.
Did any of these ring a bell? Is it Huckleberry?
No, it's not Huckleberry.
Boysenberry?
I do like boysenberry, but no, it's not boysenberry.
I don't even know what this is. Olala berry?
I don't know what that is either, but interesting.
Now I feel like we're just making these up. Saskatoon berry?
What? Never even heard of that.
Fruit of the forest.
Come on. We're just making this up. Wait, did Bob just have a different avatar like 5 seconds ago? How did he get the Steelers? What the heck?
I don't know. Someone else said Olali berry.
I don't even know what that. I don't know what that is. Maybe I need to try it.
I do know boysenberry is a real thing because at IHOP they used to have boysenberry syrup. They used to use it.
Yeah, I know. I used to love it. Actually, I know who will know. My mom will know. Let me ask her.
Well, I was gonna say if somebody else must have had this pie too at Thanksgiving. Keith is saying hopefully it's not a dingleberry pie.
It is not. It is not, thankfully.
Okay. We'll find out. We get confirmation from Mom. Jim K needs 3. Pickens, Wilson, Nico, Ladd, Sutton, Ted.
Pickens 1, Nico 2, Wilson, Sutton 3. Pickens, Sutton. Nico, Sutton.
And then 2 running backs, Barkley, Chase Brown, Etienne, Hampton.
I'm going to go Etienne, Chase Brown.
Crazy times. Sitting Saquon. Python just wants to drop in, say finished cooking, got time to drop in to say happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Yeah, we already did the 3 QBs, so we're good. Okay. See, that's other people in the comments basically saying like, yeah, maybe we're just not doing it right.
Okay, look, I've had some good turkey, but like even good turkey, okay. Can somebody in the chat seriously tell me that if I put down good, well-cooked brisket or prime rib,
I mean,
versus is anybody taking the well-cooked turkey?
You're talking about different animals. That's not even fair. Of course not. Turkey is not going to.
There's no rule that says we have to have boring turkey just because it's Thanksgiving. Like when else? The only other time in my life that I ever actually eat turkey is if I have a turkey sandwich where it's like the shaved turkey. Like there's no other time where I'm like, ooh, you know what sounds good today? Some turkey sounds good today. No. It's just, why did turkey have to become the Thanksgiving food? Like, why? I don't think the Pilgrims and the Indians ate turkey.
Apparently they did,
I
but
mean, maybe they did. I don't know. I wasn't there.
but it doesn't mean we have to suffer, right? Is what you're saying,
Right. Why does turkey have to be the Thanksgiving food?
Now this sounds Caribbean style. Anything sounds good.
Yeah, I mean that sounds pretty good, but I still don't know if I would take that over. Like, man, when my wife and I went to like South Carolina and we had barbecue there. Like, I've had barbecue out here many times, and there's some good barbecue out here, but man, we went to this barbecue place. I was like, I don't think I can ever eat barbecue again. This is just ruined barbecue for me, because I know when we go back to California, it will not be this good again. Like, I think this is just ruined barbecue. Like, no one's taking like smoked brisket, like Caribbean style turkey, over smoked brisket, right?
I don't know. It depends what Caribbean style turkey is like.
That's true. I've never had it. Maybe it is really good. I don't know, but I can't imagine.
Yeah, and so Blue, he's saying he's in Florida, so I'm curious where, because I'm from South Florida. Interesting. Okay,
I'm guessing that's not a Florida thing. I'm guessing that's like a family thing.
Family thing from the islands. All right. Shelly, by the way, just dropping in, also a Steelers fan. We got some Steelers fans in the house, including Bob. Can't play Underdog. I didn't know she was also in Canada. All right. But says she misses how we used to suggest the picks. And we still do mention some on the videos, just not quite as many. But
here's the reason why, because I don't know why this year. Like last year when we used to do the videos, there were like when we went to record them, there were a lot of options already. But this year it's like there haven't been, like, we go on there haven't been any options. It's like, and just the obvious guys that we don't, it's like, oh, look, they have a line for Josh Jacobs, but we're not going to be like, yeah, take, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know why they did that this year.
Yeah, so we still will discuss it. I think mainly more on the live shows. If you ask somebody like John Wicker will ask you to touchdown options, and yeah, so we'll do it sometimes. Joe Coons needs one. Watson, QJ, Pierce.
I have Watson the highest here.
And all right, I remember Ilras. Can't forget the Jordan logo. 1, 2, 3. One fantasy baseball because of us. Nice. Awesome.
I'm still crushed that my team with Shohei Ohtani and Cal Raleigh did not win the championship. Like, how does that happen?
And I know you are for sure too. I'm pretty disappointed, not surprised, but that Cal didn't get MVP. How can you not give the guy the MVP? Come on, Aaron Judge does not need another one. Okay, whatever. That's total New York media bias.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I did order my baseball forecaster. Should be coming in the next week or two, and I'm haven't had time. It's still football season, but gonna start wrapping my head around baseball soon. Let's see. We need 2: Walker, Pittman, Worthy, Benson if he plays.
Well, Benson will be my number 1 if he plays. Walker would be my number 2, and then Pittman would be my number 3 if Benson is out.
And then Stroud or Baker. I don't know, even if Baker plays. Well, Stroud might not even play too. I just saw today he's still in the protocol. Like, what
is he really?
Yeah, I saw it. I know I saw it today. They even said even though he practiced, he hasn't cleared protocol.
Well, but the fact that he's practicing is usually a good sign, because that's usually.
But why make a point of saying that is what's weird, right?
Well, the concussion protocol is the concussion protocol. Like, it's not up to the Texans. Like, it's. So if he's still in the protocol, he's still in the protocol. But usually if you're practicing, that means you're ready you're like in the last step. So I would go Stroud over Baker, though. I mean,
yeah,
at least Stroud, I don't have to worry about him landing on. I mean, hopefully he doesn't land on his head, but I don't have to worry about him landing on his shoulder. And, again, like, this doesn't seem, again, I'm not a doctor, but this doesn't seem like the kind of injury that, like, yeah, I know he's going to wear like a brace or something, but like, what happens if he gets tackled on that shoulder? Is he out for the game again? So risky.
Yeah, way too risky. Look, if these are your only 2 choices, get a plan C ready just in case, because it's possible they both miss. All right, now you're just messing with us. Bob now has a different avatar, and they are dogs
I
wearing
like
hats.
that one though.
Yeah, I like that one. Have Gadsden like his matchup? Do you believe he'll keep down the stretch? Okay, so I mentioned this earlier. Been talking about Gadsden. It's really tough, specifically for tight ends. Philly is one of the worst. I don't know. I should say one of the best against the tight end specifically. In fact, let me pull up the stats to confirm. And then KC, Dallas is okay, but then Houston. I mean, that's brutal, isn't it?
It is pretty brutal.
Look, here it is. On the season, why is week through 12? On the season, Eagles are the second toughest. They tied from the Falcons somehow. Second fewest fantasy points per game. Texans are sixth. The Chiefs are eighth. Basically every team he faces. So, I mean, no, just be prepared. There's not much you can do. You definitely want to start in this week.
Yep.
And then we have a new member. It is Leover Macchio. Thank you. Appreciate you. And if we see a question, I'm sure you got a question somewhere here. We'll put it up. All right, let me keep looking here. In the meanwhile, let's go to the enchanted fungi. Dunze or Bucky?
I'll just go Dunze again. We can't feel good about Bucky. They're saying he might only play like 30% of the snaps. I'll just take whatever Dunze gives me.
I don't want to start Bucky. All right. And then Joe Castles is here. What is up, Joe?
What's up, Joe?
Joe is probably annoyed because I'm drawing out our chess match, even though it's clear that I'm not going to win, but I'm stalling to hope for a draw. It's not going to happen.
A draw?
You never know. One wrong
move. If you run out of time, it's not a draw, right?
A stalemate.
Oh, a stalemate. Oh, okay. You never know.
Bucky, Chris Rodriguez, or Benson.
Well, I'll say Benson will be my number one here. I still have to play Bucky over Chris Rodriguez. I cannot feel good about Chris Rodriguez this week.
No, you cannot feel good about any of these players, honestly. I mean, I guess if Benson is cleared, I would play Benson, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Ignacio Bernal, what's up? Zay Flowers, John Mechie, or Rico at the flex?
Rico would be my flex. Although I would play Rico over Woody Marks.
Yeah, and then flex, Woody or Zay.
I still have Zay ahead of Woody. So I would play Rico at running back 2 and Zay at the flex. If it was my team.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't love Rico's matchup this week. I still got him over those guys. And then it said, hey, happy Thanksgiving as well. Thank you. Yes. Alex Sanchez needs 2 and a flex. Genty, Rico, Judkins, Benson, Hendo, Chase, Ibuka, Shakir, Nico Jennings, Pearsall, T-Mac.
All right, Chase and Nico at wide receiver. Henderson, I'll say Henderson, Genty, my top 2 at running. I mean, I'm not flexing. I think your running backs are good enough. I'm not going to flex any of those wide receivers. So Nico, Chase at wide receiver. I'll rank the running backs Henderson, Genty, Judkins, Rico. So that should cover flex if Genty doesn't play. Although he did practice today, so hopefully he's playing.
Yeah, they're kind of downplaying it, so hopefully it's nothing. And then later kind of put the same thing and said, please, Lamar and Josh Allen show up this week. That would be nice. Lamar did something. All right, here is Leover Macchio 3479 in a half PPR league. Gainwell, Jameson, or Tet.
I'm just going to go Gainwell here. I like Gainwell this week. Good matchup for the Steelers.
So he says I'm already starting Jalen Warren. Okay, but then he says, or pick up Franklin. Kind of get Franklin.
Yeah, pick up Troy Franklin.
Yeah. Play Franklin. And you know what? If you have to drop one of those guys, just drop JMO, I think. All right. And then let's see. I don't know about that. Marion Berry does not count as a berry. Let's see. Knott's Berry? No, that's a farm.
The theme park?
Marion Berry. Only those of us of a certain age know who Marion Berry even is. Razzleberry?
What? Is that real?
That's real. What? Oh, it is real. Bob, I didn't know you were going to do that. He broke it down. It's a mix of blackberries, raspberries, and other berries. This feels like you got this from ChatGPT.
But that kind of feels like what it is, but it's not called. I don't think it's called that.
All right. Well, inquiring minds want to know.
I had no idea that this would be such a big thing.
All right.
Pie is another thing. I'm not a big fan of pie. The only time I ever really eat it is again, Thanksgiving.
All right. Well, you're gonna be jealous here. Tease Trees is having brisket and mac tomorrow.
See why? Why can't this be the Thanksgiving meal? Why can't we have this? Sounds amazing.
Okay. Well, this Keith might have us beat here. Prime rib.
Yes.
I mean, you can roll with prime rib for Thanksgiving. Then yeah, you can do that. A heritage turkey, a wild turkey, more dark meat.
Interesting. See, this sounds great.
Wow.
If you weren't as literally as far across the country from me as you could get, Keith, I'd be coming over.
Yeah, exactly.
You're literally we are literally, I think, the farthest points apart in the country you could possibly get. I'm SoCal and you're Maine.
Yeah. It's only a 4-day drive, maybe.
4 days. I think it's more like
5.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. Oh, okay, not the way I drive. And Romeo, Caribbean turkey is basically stewed in a roasted pepper and tomato sauce. See, no dryness there.
That sounds better, but I can't say that sounds better than good brisket. But I've never had it, so maybe I'm wrong.
No, I agree. Brisket, you can't beat brisket. All right, got a couple more here before we get out. By the way, Romeo, Palm Beach County. All right, you're a little farther north, but it's a nice area. All right, Chief Perp. Happy Thanksgiving as well. Happy Turkey Day.
Yes, thank you.
Got one more question from him. It is: are we worried about DeVonta Smith?
Is it just an illness? I mean, admittedly, I was out golfing all day, so I don't know what's going on in the injury world. I tried to catch up here late.
We can find out. DeVonta Smith, the latest is he sits out the practice.
Says he's got a chest. He's got a shoulder issue, a chest issue, and an illness.
Shoulder, chest, illness issues. What? You get all of that at once.
And do they play the Friday game?
Yeah, they're on Friday. So and then Saquon limited because of a growing injury.
Yeah, Saquon I feel like he's going to play, but I don't really like Saquon this week anyways.
Shoulder and chest injuries. I mean, that's not
good. But look, if DeVonta Smith plays, I remember, because obviously we've been doing this a long time. I remember when DeVonta Smith was a prospect, and the big knock on DeVonta Smith was too skinny. He's going to get killed. This dude is one of the toughest dudes in the NFL. This dude seems like every week he makes a catch where somebody destroys him and he just hops up and he's fine. So, I mean, yeah, we got to be worried here. If he doesn't play, I mean, I would just go with Sutton if he doesn't play.
Yeah, I mean, we like Sutton enough. I think you could just set him and not worry about it anyways.
Yeah.
Go Sutton. All right, and then we have Joe Coons. Once again, happy Thanksgiving. And here's the message. QJ or Watson in half.
Yeah, I don't know if half even changes it for me. I'm going to go Watson.
Pick 3, AJB, Michael Wilson, Waddle, Shakir, Sutton, Harrison.
Ooh. At first, it was going to be easy, but then you threw Sutton in there. I'm going to go I'm going to go AJB, Waddle, and Sutton.
Yeah, AJB, even besides the DeVonta Smith injury, he's been coming on. You got to feel good enough about him. We like Waddle a lot this week, and we like Sutton this week. There you go. And then, speaking of those other options, remember, like, well, you might have to go for Plan C. Russ, options are not good. They are Mariota, Tyrod Taylor, or Shadur Sanders.
Let's just hope Stroud plays.
Yeah. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, the Falcons, not the worst. Not the worst. Not the best. Anthony, speaking of baseball, all right, yeah, we're not ready for that yet, but we will come back. Nice. I will let you know. Trust me, we will definitely make some announcements. It's too soon. All right, and then yes, I mean, look, there's only one right answer. What really should be on everybody's Thanksgiving table? Donuts. Krispy Kreme pie. That is the best.
Krispy Kreme pie. Oh man,
I don't even know if that's real. I want it to be
know.
real. And we just answered this basically in a different one. Smith, just play Sutton. Just play
Sutton. Let's go Sutton.
Do you really want to know? Somebody dropped the history of why the turkey is.
All right, let's go. I'd actually love to hear it. Yes. What is it?
Okay.
Why do we eat turkey?
It's from 0TK4217. So yes, they probably did have some turkey in the first Thanksgiving, but it was just one of like several wild birds. But turkeys became the centerpiece due to their practicality after Abraham Lincoln made it an actual holiday. So basically, it's not because this is like the OG Thanksgiving meal. It's just because like, yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Well, whatever.
So can we get one of the other things that they used to eat and eat that instead? Yes, we could.
But the thing is, it's like fantasy football leagues. Like we sit here and wonder, why do people have fantasy football leagues where they lose 2 points for a sack? Right? Why do people have fantasy football leagues with kickers? All this stuff. But at the end of the day, it should just really be about what you like and you enjoy. And if on your Thanksgiving you want to eat brisket and mac and cheese, go for it. You want to eat exactly, Mike. Why can't you make anything? You're right, you can. The problem is when you grow up in a predominantly, I can only speak for my predominantly white family. Can't speak for everybody else's predominantly white family. You eat what's on the table. And what's on the table is turkey, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green bean casserole, all the typical Thanksgiving food.
It's just right. You do it because everybody does it. That's what it is. And right. It's funny. I mean, that I grew up eating the traditional stuff, but my parents weren't. I mean, they're citizens now, but they're not American originally, and so they're just like, well, this is what people eat for Thanksgiving. So we had the turkey, stovetop stuffing, mashed potatoes. Whatever. I don't know. We never had green bean casserole. I don't know. We had the sweet potatoes. But yeah, you don't have to do that. Nah. You know what? I'm not going to eat turkey tomorrow. In fact, I think I'm going to have the brisket place is probably open here.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh, no, this. Okay. You tell me I can get tamales around here. I know I can go down the street and get tamales because I'm in San Antonio, but that's more a Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Fighting solves everything. I think that's how the first Thanksgiving ended too. Needs to cut one. Herbert, Burrow, Brissett, Franklin.
Well, you don't need 3 QBs, especially when you have Burrow and Herbert. You can cut Brissett here.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's a single quarterback league, you definitely don't need 3 quarterbacks. So there it is. And John just joined in, John Wickering. He said, here come the teams. So let's wait for the teams because the teams are coming.
All right.
Meanwhile, yeah, wow, Bandstog, where are you? You must be in Texas or at least California. You know what pozole is. I love pozole and tamales. Let's see. Mike, what? I just joined. The league? What league?
Yeah, what league?
I don't know. How about T's Trees? Fannin or Goddard?
Ooh. I have these guys back to back. I'll say if DeVonta Smith is out, I think you got to go Goddard. But if Smith plays, I'll go Fannin.
Yeah, I might just go Goddard anyways. The Bears is a great matchup. Smith clearly not 100%. I think Fannin got targets for sure, but you've got to think Goddard has more upside in his offense. So it's close. I'm leaning Goddard here. Yeah, how about Turducken? Anybody have Turducken? That's
I remember that.
Can't go wrong with Turducken. All right, here's Mike Callahan, who is going to eat whatever he wants tomorrow. Franklin, Shakir, or Javonte in half?
Man. I think I still take a chance on Franklin against the Commanders. This is not a good matchup for Javonte. Shakir in half is like okay.
Yeah, he's like you said, he's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. Never a bad start. We like Franklin's upside a bit this week. I don't know. It's hard to say here. Avery, think about Garrett Wilson rest of season.
I mean, will he come back and be great in this offense? I don't know about that, but I think he could come back and be good.
Yeah. You know, he's a player who partly not his own fault, right? Just the state of the offense has been a little disappointing. There have been a couple of spots we thought he would go off and he didn't. Just don't know. It might be like too little too late, right? Even if he does come back another week, another 2 weeks, like, are you really going to put him in your lineup for the fancy playoffs, given the state of that Jets offense? It's like, yeah, I don't know. Python says he fell asleep. Shame on you. No. I don't remember what your flex and what your choices are. I feel like we picked them, but I don't remember what they are. We could go back and look. Let's go back and look. All right. Just so you know, John, we're getting to the 3-hour mark pretty soon. So we're going to call it soon if you want to get the team. So let's put it in there. Let's look for Python. Although Python, I don't know if it was a super chat or not. Well, if you want to throw it out on the chat again real quick, that might be easier than me trying to go back and finding it. It was a while ago. All right. Yes. Donny Donuts, Burrow over Darnold and Jones? Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Still waiting. Don't see John's teams. Should give another minute.
Sure.
All right. What else? Are we not done? Let's do. All right. Tony C. Jacoby Dart or Burrow?
Burrow.
Yep. And then we'll be starting Michael Wilson as one of my wide receivers. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that if you're asking if that makes a difference about Jacoby, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, no.
Here's Andrew C. 2346. What about Franklin, Judkins, or Javonte at the flex? And thank you. Happy holidays too.
If it's PPR, I'm going to go Franklin. If it's non, I'll go Judkins.
Yeah, this definitely matters if it's a flex question. Oh, it does say full PPR. Yeah. All right. And then Connor, thank you, Connor. Just subscribe. Got another one. Appreciate you. Everyone, anyone out there, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click it now before we get out of here. And don't forget thumbs up. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex between Rico, Henderson, Harvey, Judkins, Nico, Pickens, Diggs, and Odunze. Like a good team.
Yeah, I'm going to go Henderson, Harvey at running back, Nico Pickens at wide receiver, and I'm going to flex Diggs or Judkins. That one's really close. It's full PPR. Might go Diggs. Flex.
Two running backs, two receivers. John said again, here come the teams. All right, John, give us the teams. Rico, Henderson, Harvey, Judkins, Nico Pickens. I mean, a receiver, you have to just start Pickens, right? No questions asked. I want to start Nico. Yeah, this is tough. I'm starting Harvey. I think I still want to start Henderson. Then the flex. It's either Rico or Diggs. I think you said Diggs, right? For the full PPR. Yeah. Go Diggs.
All right.
And then Gary McDonald. Thank you, Gary. Start 2. Flowers, Watson, Jennings.
I've got it Watson and Flowers.
And then start a tight end. Parkinson, Otten, or Barner. Lost Laporta, so we're playing the streaming game.
Barner is my number 1 here.
All right. And then make sure to miss. All right. We're still waiting, John. All right. What about I want to put that up. So fighting solves everything. This is a super chat. Apparently you're not too far from me. It says I'm in SA hitting the range at Buck and Doe's.
What is that?
Buck and Doe's is a gun range in San Antonio. So
all right.
Looks like 281. So hitting the range, I thought he was saying about the driving range, but it's a different range. All right. But he's definitely not far from here. Good to know. What about Corey Miller, Dak or Herbert?
I got Dak a little bit ahead of Herbert.
Let's see. Burst, Cali, Seahawks versus Rams, good or not?
Seahawks versus Rams? If this is a defense question, I'd prefer the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, I assume it's a defense question. All right. And then let's see. Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate you. Still waiting on John. Still waiting to put the squads up. All right, let's see. We have not done. All right, how about this? Talking about trades. Apparently, you can still trade. This is Avery. Given Garrett Wilson's outlook, should I trade Jason Pittman, J-Mo, for Saquon, Drake London, and Wilson?
No. Why are we trading? Don't trade JSN.
Yeah, I mean, look, John, Saquon, can't say like he's unstartable or anything, but how good do you feel about him? Drake London's not playing this week. Garrett Wilson, we don't know. You're taking on a ton of risk, and you're trading away the number 1 receiver in the game. So it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is John Wickering. Hurts, JT, Genty, Egbuka, Diggs, Pearsall, BTJ, Kittle, DeVonta Smith. Might need to pivot. Atlanta and a kicker. Got Andrews, Neal, White, Philly.
Yeah, I can't put Andrews in over Kittle, I don't think. Even against the Browns.
Well, I wonder if DeVonta Smith is questionable. Do you flex Andrews over Smith?
No, I mean, I'll say if Smith is out, I could flex Andrews over Smith. But if Smith plays, I can't flex Andrews over Smith.
Flex Andrews over Egbuka if Teddy B is the quarterback?
That one is close.
I mean, it's the Bengals.
I know it's the Bengals. I don't know if I could though.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Is that Pearsall? Are we starting Ricky Pearsall? Okay, we can put Andrews over Pearsall.
Yeah, we can definitely put Andrews over Pearsall. Put Smith over Pearsall and put Andrews in the flex.
Yeah. All right. Found a way to force Andrews in there. No, but still, it's true. I mean, like Pearsall done nothing. Okay, so John, you're gonna. Well, here's the thing. Right now, you're gonna put DeVonta Smith at wide receiver and flex Andrews. But if Smith is a no-go, you're gonna have to flex somebody else.
Devin Neal?
I guess Devin Neal. I don't know what's on the waiver wire. You can drop White, so maybe see who's out there. You can ask on Saturday, Sunday. But let's hope DeVonta Smith plays. All right, and then he's going against, remember, this is the playoffs. Going against Herbert, CMC, Bucky, Pickens, Higgins, Bowers, Wilson, Seattle, and Butler.
Well, Bucky sounds very like he'll be very limited. Higgins is out. Higgins is out. He's going to get 0 from Higgins unless he puts somebody else in.
So, look, you got JT. He's got CMC. Bucky, can't feel great about. Genty, assuming he's good to go. Feel better about him. He's got Pickens and Higgins, right? No, nothing from Higgins. Ibuka is not great, but look, now you got DeVonta Smith, you got Kittle. I mean, yeah, I think. Is that Wilson? Is that Emmanuel Wilson at the flex? Or is it Michael Wilson?
Probably Michael Wilson. I hope Michael Wilson. If that's Emmanuel Wilson, he might take even getting very little from Emmanuel Wilson too.
Yeah. I do think overall this week, and you got Hurts versus Herbert, I think you get the edge this week. I know you were down a little bit last week, but I do think you get the edge. Like if Mark Andrews, goes ham, then that might be what does it for you. So, yeah, he's down by 30. Wow. But still, let's do that. Let's get back to this team. So again, put Andrews in there at the flex. Sit Pearsall. Start Smith.
Move Smith in over Pearsall. Put Andrews at the flex. And if Smith is out, Smith is out. The problem is you need a wide receiver, I think. So I guess you got to go back to Pearsall if Smith is out.
Unless you can pick up someone on the waivers. All right. There you go, John. Good luck. Oh, look, he said he's also got QJ, Michael Wilson, Pierce.
No. Yeah.
I don't worry about that. Yeah, I think you'll be okay. I mean, look, you never know what can happen. Things definitely don't happen the way we expect. So obviously wishing you luck, but let's check in and see what happens on Friday. Just make sure you check in on Friday to see if Smith is playing. Because if he's not, make sure you pivot quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Love the aperture. Let's leave that one there and leave a like for us. Exactly. Thanksgiving Eve. So we won't be back tomorrow because, you guys will probably be busy too, eating your delicious turkey or whatever you choose to eat on Thanksgiving. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate you too. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there in Game Empire. Good luck to everyone on all the games you have tomorrow and the one on Friday. We'll be back on the weekend. So check us out Saturday, usual time. If you don't know what the usual time is, that means you probably don't have notifications on, or maybe you haven't subscribed. So hit subscribe, turn on that bell that lets you know when we go live and drop videos. And yes, new videos are still coming throughout the rest of this weekend. So don't forget to check those out as well. Enjoy the food, family, and football. Agree. Good luck to everyone and have a great Thanksgiving.